gonna say reading, but
we're live.
It's not really reading. Got through listening to the prequel for Game of Thrones.
Fire and Blood?
Yeah, the book.
You're reading the Targaryens.
Yeah. And
we know you don't like the Targaryens. We like the Targaryens.
I don't read. Everything's audiobook. So I finally got through listening to it all. It's a good 27 hours of my life. It was awesome, really fun. Can't wait until they make it happen on a screen, because there's some really epic moments in there.
You know what George needs to do?
Finish the fucking series.
Stop focusing on the incestuous size fetish dragon riders. The rejects from Dragonlance that showed up, and finish the fucking books. That's what George needs to do. But we all know what George is into. We're just lucky it's not his other book series where there's furries.
So it wasn't the last time I was at Books A Million, but I did end up finding an anthology of some of his other stuff. The not Game of Thrones stuff. He's got tons of short stories that have been published in different anthologies over the years.
Is that what he's been doing this whole time?
No, he's been doing this for years. Before he did Game of Thrones, he actually had a bunch of noir-style short stories in the 90s.
And sci-fi shit, too.
Right on.
And I haven't read through all of it, but I started reading some of it, and I'm like, okay, you can definitely see where it's his flavor of writing, the way that he describes things and the way he puts words together.
Yeah.
But the content's entirely different. And it's super cool and super weird.
I don't know much about one of the series that he wrote for, other than there is a Tiger Man who is a detective.
There's nothing wrong with furries.
No. I'm saying Tony the Tiger on roids.
There's nothing wrong with furries.
If you meet a Tiger Man and he doesn't have muscles, then you didn't meet a Tiger Man. You met,
I'm just saying.
You met a tabby cat.
You met a striped cat man, but not a Tiger Man.
Shere Khan meets, Humphrey Bogart, and I was like, okay, this is slightly interesting, because I kind of like the idea of Tailspin being darker and grittier, and then I get through there and I go, this is actually not written well. George, hold on. George, did you actually write this? Then I go back, George, did you actually write this?
And then stride in the early 90s.
When I was like, George, did you actually write this? And I go, okay, George came up with the idea, George gave points, and then the rest of this was co-written by someone he probably didn't pay enough.
Got it. So to finish the whole conversation and get into the game, Fire and Blood, completely different from regular books in my perspective, because it took, again, I listened to it, so 26 hours. It took 10 hours to get to where there was any kind of actual dialogue, and everything else was more of this was happening and this was happening and this was happening, and they're just telling you about history from perspective of different maesters of
So it's he took the idea of the Silmarillion and wrote his own
There was a lot of history for the first
I might actually
good amount of it. There's a lot of history on these things were going on, and if you're listening to it, put it on 1.4, 1.5. I would listen to a regular speed, and I was falling asleep constantly because it's old guys.
It's that begat section of numbers and.
In the year 2 AC, which is after conquering, the great dragon flew down to. I was like, dear sweet Jesus.
Who's the narrator?
0.14. Let's go.
No, dude, you just need to go ahead and hit it for 2.5.
But
then Rhaegar Targaryen flew down from the heavens upon his dragon, deflects with the black fire, and burns his enemies to a crisp.
If I'm doing that, I have to actually focus and pay attention to it. Because if you pay attention to 2.5, you can still get it. Your brain works good enough for that most of the time, without certain substances in you. But 1.4, I don't have to focus, and it's still rolling. And I was like, that 26 hours turned into 20. So.
All right. So with happy nerddom discussion out of the way,
We'll derail 1 second.
Okay.
Books I'm going to recommend right now?
No.
Yes. Reaper Man. I finished it just a little bit ago, and I'm going through the Discworld series. I'm not listening to them in order. I'm listening to them in order of the times Death shows up. Because in Discworld, Death is the best character because he is sardonic, dry, and British, and immensely amused by humans and wants to understand us, yet can't. So he tries the shit we do, and it does not go well all the time. His idea of fishing pulls in a shark, and he goes, is this supposed to be relaxing?
Discworld is Terry Pratchett, yes?
Terry Pratchett.
Thank you.
The older I get, the more I realize I was influenced by his writing style without actually realizing it, because he's in bits and pieces. Mort is good. Also, the most recent book I've been going through and I've been laughing at is Lone Blade, the first in the third trilogy that's actually 4 books from the Driss series.
Oh.
I do enjoy them. The guy, Victor Vavine, does a great job narrating them. I am laughing too much at certain parts of it because this is every Driss book in a nutshell. The friends battled the great dark evil that could never overcome their love for each other and their understanding of each other's skills. Since he was alone and could never battle with allies, he never could overcome the companions of the... Motherfucker, this is a teenage anime.
The power of friendship.
It's anime. It is anime. Driss is a magic girl anime where the power of love and friendship will overcome evil.
You know you know that it's actually getting a official Wizards of the Coast paid for and sponsored webtoon. Some of the Driss stuff, but it's new Driss content. It's being written in conjunction with R.A. Salvatore, and what they're doing is it's following Drizzt and Bree, who's apparently his daughter with Caddy Bree.
Oh, Bree. Oh.
That may have been a spoiler, and I'm sorry.
No, I knew they had a daughter. I just didn't know the daughter's name.
Apparently, her name is Bree. It's spelled just like Brie.
It's spelled like the cheese.
But she's definitely half drow. I've seen the little promo images.
She has pink eyes instead of purple like her dad.
But her skin is this weird, fun little lilac color, and not as dark a purple, which is fun.
Well, that's a huge update because of the earlier books.
But yeah, it's coming to webtoon next year.
Drizzt is not just. It's not like drows are purple now. He is literally
black skinned.
Not just black skin, obsidian-esque. It is one of those of the only way someone would be that color is to paint themselves, or that one absolutely gorgeous model that came out of Namibia.
Yep.
You know the
I know the one you're talking about.
Or Lupita Nyong'o.
I don't know names.
She's gorgeous too. She played Maz in the new Star Wars sets.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the
anyway.
Circling back, you mentioned the Terry Pratchett book, the
Reaper Man.
Reaper Man.
Reaper Man is death technically retires.
I wrote down Discworld.
Discworld is the entire series.
Reaper becomes Man of Leisure.
Anyway,
it is great because there's some Ludditism to him, and the reason that I love Terry Pratchett is you will have one of the most educated sentences. You will have one of the most educated sentences describing the disc, about how it resides upon 3 elephants, upon the great celestial turtle, with the 2 suns going between the legs and going about, explaining all this science, and then the next scene is a guard captain taking a shit.
One of my favorite books of all time, one of the few books that I've read multiple times, actually read, not just listened to, was Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. And I absolutely love that book, but I don't know anything else that these 2 guys actually wrote and what to read. So
American Gods.
Just text them to me, dude. We gotta
play
a game.
Yeah.
Text them to me.
We'll have to put this all on Discord. Book reviews by the Tears of Kairos crew. So, in any case, hi, welcome to Thursday Night TBA, which is Tears of Kairos.
Currently a book review.
We are trying to get away from the book reviews. We're trying to write our own book. Damn it!
Damn it! I have a cup full of adult juice. We're talking about books. We're having a great time.
This has become the Inklings. I have lost control of the ship.
It takes 3 seconds. There's only 2 of us.
We somehow rode right back into that, into the. I can't wait for words.
Oh no!
What?
Oh no! So Emily and them just hired a girl, and she's not shown up for any of her training or anything. And then they just called her second pick, and she just took a job at Walmart.
Oh no! Anyway, we're going to do the start of session stuff while we get things kind of aligned here. First and foremost, you will notice there is a beautiful little banner bar running around down there.
And down there.
It's down there. We are doing an extended fundraiser This one will go through the end of October, and we are donating to St. Jude's because the only thing that families should have to worry about is helping their kids fight cancer, and kids should not have to fight cancer. So the more research, the better.
Cancer sucks.
We're gonna help with that as best we can in a financial assisted basis. So, with that, I am Neysa Cosplay. I am the DM for Tears of Kairos. You will notice there are 4 banners there for our characters, but only 2 people here. Zhonya, played by Ninja Spence 21. Ninja Spence will be here a little bit later this evening. He's had some work things that he had to tend to tonight. But he will be here, hopefully, by the finale of our sesh tonight. Also missing is going to be Nate Paints Warhammer, who plays our Tal'gor, Lizardman Barbarian. And the 2 people who are actually here are...
I'm Jed. I play Arten, Dawnwatcher, the Leonin Biter, right there-ish.
right
About
below me.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be at the main table.
Yeah, no,
I'm
right?
on the sofa.
Trip, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 2 times I've gotten to sit on the sofa. I'm Hewitt. I'll be playing Fil'verl Elthrin, the Astral Elf Sorlock.
You didn't even say your last name right, bro. It's Ettin.
Whatever.
Hey.
I'll pronounce my name that I made up however I want.
Are you an Astral Elf Sorlock?
I am the DM, and I expect canonical acquiescence.
Fine, my last name's actually Johnson. I've been lying the whole fucking time.
It's been a minute. Maybe he got married and you took her or his name.
My dad's name is actually John, so I'm John's son. My sister was John Maid.
In any case.
And our pig was John Ham.
John Ham.
We're sorry, John Ham.
We're not sorry. We're not sorry, John Ham.
No, I'm not
I'm
apologizing.
sorry.
No. You wanna be upset about that, John Ham? You come fight me. You come over here with your soft, supple hands, and you put them on me.
And if you can't do that, we need a sponsor. Hashtag sponsor us, John Ham.
Hashtag sponsors John Ham.
I can't even look at you right now, Jed.
Hashtag sponsor us, silky soft hands.
Alright, let's roll.
You know what? We ain't even been on stream for, actually, 10 minutes, and you're already trying to kill me. So, in any case,
Bahamut, take the wheel. Take it from my hand.
Muhammad, take the wheel.
Bahamut.
I swear I heard Muhammad take the wheel, and I was like, what?
Oh, that's how I get us banned. That's how I get us banned on Twitch. Hashtag Silky Soft Waffle House. Merch idea. Silky Smooth. Silky Soft Waffle House.
I cannot breathe. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay.
It's gonna be a good day.
Do you have to pay extra for that?
Oh, you always have to pay extra for John Ham.
Wait, so does John Ham work at the Silky Soft Waffle House?
My question is it the house that's silky soft, or is it the waffles that are silky soft?
LeBlanc, you threw this out there, man.
No, there's no good that comes from those answers.
Exactly.
Well, let's be fair. The Silky Soft would better to be the waffle, because if you're at a Silky Soft house, everything's velvet, and that's got syrup in it from the waffles. Oh, both. There's so much syrup stuck in the velvet and the velour.
Like just.
The whole time in the background you just hear, it was acceptable.
I'm currently scratching the top of my mouth with my tongue because I can't think of anything worse than silky waffles. Just, silk.
Silky eggs or silky bacon. Oh, silky sausage.
Silky period. In
Butter chicken.
Hey, at least it's not turgid. Turgid sausage.
I've got no good comments, but I'm going to say this one anyway, even though I've already caught myself as a Jen, you shouldn't say that. The idea of something silky in my mouth just doesn't float right. I don't like it.
I feel like a safe word has to be involved.
Yeah, exactly. Pineapples. Pineapples. I say for it's pineapples. Go ahead.
All right.
Where we at?
So, technically, y'all in Waterdeep, but how y'all got there was a little bit of a cacophony. So, the crew here has been trying to track down the shards of Kairos' heart. Kairos being the bound god, the father god of the land of Israel. They have successfully acquired 2, of the shards, one of which was slightly damaged in the final encounter to retrieve it from the demon lord of Ixalan. So
Made him go boom.
they made it back to Zrael, were able to speak with the goddess who'd kind of been bankrolling your planes hopping travels the last few times. Made it back.
Don't make it sound that bad. Just because we got a travel sugar mama does not make it dirty.
I didn't say that. I was trying to think of a concise term to explain the exchange, and that's what happened. So deal with it.
You just made it sound negative.
I don't have a better term for it. Like, she ensured that y'all had a party fund. She ensured that y'all had access to her plane gates. Like, how is that not bankrolling?
Hey, Jed, the rest of y'all gotta take one level in Warlock right now. Remove one level from everything. Everybody's now got one level of Warlock for the smart god.
No. In any case, y'all found out that she wasn't going to have access for y'all to use the gates anymore, because she was literally going to be destroying them so that her brother and her brother's armies would not be able to use them. So essentially y'all are on your own now and away from Zrael, hopefully to locate and retrieve the remaining 3 shards. So, what has happened is y'all were dropped kind of on the road outside Waterdeep. On approaching Waterdeep, we discovered that Phil has a whole other persona that he pulls out when dealing with the guards, which was super fun. Not gonna lie, that was one of my favorite moments last time.
You have white people voice with
it's
the
a
cop.
white people voice. That's you gotta have the white people voice.
Yeah,
you can't.
Yep.
You can't.
You code switched the hell out of that.
It was great.
It was amazing.
You
It was
do
absolutely
not
fantastic.
let them think you are anything other than what they already think you are, and they leave you alone.
Yup.
But y'all managed to get to the edge of the city, where you were then approached by a light-haired, tan-skinned elven man who introduced himself as Cornelius Zraelin. And by the means of a number of winky winks and eyebrow shifts, let y'all know that y'all have at least encountered this person in another life.
See, he
to an
was.
extent.
Jed, were you there when that happened?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. I'm trying to remember who was and wasn't present
So,
at certain times.
It wasn't.
That's a safe assumption.
So, once y'all got back to this Cornelia, he essentially offered y'all a free ride in the carriage that he had hired back to his home. Y'all got there and he revealed himself as a much older individual that y'all have encountered once before at Strixhaven, which is Kai, the young drow individual who turned into some kind of shadow dragon when y'all were trying to recover the shard from the Auric while they were doing their ritual thing, and y'all haven't seen him since. This version Kai is much older. Like, you don't see elves that show age a lot, and he is showing age. There are wrinkles and laugh lines, and
He's Matron Malice. Or no, he's, never mind, I just forgot
You
the
show
house.
age?
No. Phil legit looks like early 20s.
yeah.
I
But
figured as much because most people don't.
a rather chaotic discussion ensued where this Kai explained that essentially there's a lot of different versions of him that run around various realities and universes and timelines. The core defining principle of all of them is that they were all forged or created or made when Kairos was raised. Through one thing or another, something happens and another one is created. That was
we're
really
gonna create another Kai.
potentially, yes.
We're Kai daddies.
In any
Not
case,
you and I. We're not gonna create. We might.
We're going to be responsible for it because it seems to involve releasing the death god.
Do I have to pay alimony or something? Or is it
Child support.
You know what? When the DM gets done
When you
describing
say-
the situation and we're done derailing, we can go straight up to, cornholing, he-railing and figure this out.
In any case, Kai opened his home to y'all so that you don't have to worry about staying somewhere else if you don't want to. And the only thing that he has said that he cannot do is he cannot help you locate the shards or retrieve the shards. However, he's essentially offered his home and his services as a long-term resident of Waterdeep so that y'all have a bit more clout and a bit more footing in the city. Y'all decided to kind of take a little bit of a break, get settled into the bedrooms in his house, and he was going to make some appointments for y'all with one of the jewelers' guild halls so that y'all could get your currency exchanged, because Waterdeep prefers to use its own Waterdeepian currency. And that is where we left off. Now, kind of behind the scenes, you all have been given a copy of the code legal
Yeah, I got it.
through
Yep.
Discord.
That is my child building tracks.
We're
Okay.
basically going, like, the way this is happening is y'all find a copy of that in your rooms.
I was hoping you were going to give that copy to my character as well, because otherwise it does not matter.
It is canonical that it is in your rooms as you've been settling.
It's
in.
like the Book of Gideon and the
Yeah.
Bible in a Marriott hotel.
Now,
Oh, it's the Book of Mormon, not Gideon and the Marriott hotel.
it's the Gideon's Bible or whatever, like the little New Testament bit.
I'm technically a Gideon.
But in any, oh, it's so pretty though.
That was actually pretty good.
Don't break it. It's so pretty. As y'all are getting settled in, each room has a single window. If y'all would like, since y'all two are here, y'all could have it. Y'all got rooms in the back of the house, and the windows overlook a courtyard. There are a few individuals kind of moving about the courtyard. It's kind of
It's concise.
it's a green space. Most of these individuals are wearing loose clothing in various shades of white and light blues. A few of them are sitting in chairs that have wheels on them. It looks like maybe this is some kind of a hospital or otherwise caregiving facility that shares the courtyard with the back of Kai's house.
He's going to have it eventually.
Shit.
So, I'm assuming Tal'gor and Zhonya are on one floor, and then you and Erebos are in one room, and then Phil's.
Why does everyone assume we're in one room? Like, obviously we are, but why do we always assume?
Where's Grog staying? That's the question.
Grog just slowly peers out from the door of Tal'gor's room.
Nice. Alright, I dig.
Yeah.
I'll make sure that he sleeps well.
Nice.
Grog has grog.
Alright, so Phil will actually come and knock on Arten's room.
Yeah, you can come in, man.
Just knocking before I just barge in.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but come on in. You walk in, and I'm lounging in the most lounging way possible, like feet up and crossed, and I'm rolling through this the rules and regulations.
You're reading
like
this too, right?
yeah, you see this shit?
Well, look, hold on. First off, we're not going to break assaulting or impersonating a lord. That one we won't do, because based on principle. However, I'm going to say this: we got 500 gold.
Look,
So assaulting or impersonating official, we can handle a flogging and hand 500 over.
I'm just saying, like, crimes against the gods. Which gods are we talking about here?
All right.
There's a lot of gods,
So there's
and
a
we
few.
are currently fighting against a god.
All right. No, first off, they don't know about him. I'm fairly sure.
I'm just saying.
I will say this: don't talk bad about Maliki.
Who the fuck's Maliki?
I don't know, but don't talk bad about her. Definitely don't talk bad about Baldur. There's a whole town here named after him, and his garden gate.
Yes, I love Baldur's gates.
Don't make fun of Loth. 1, she will show up. 2, she does not tip. And 3, she will destroy a room and glue shit up to the ceiling with webbing.
But like, the idea of
You have to use turpentine to get it
but
down.
blasphemy against the gods. When not specifying what the god, like which gods we're talking about.
Okay, I got
And
it.
then not specifying what indicates blasphemy. Because sometimes you could just draw a funny picture and say it was a god, and now you're in real big trouble.
That's just Kuotoa, then they might say that's a pretty good depiction. Anyway, I think that we don't have to worry about anything under one. I don't think we're going to do that. Also, let's just not mention gods, because if we don't mention them, we can't blaspheme against them, and then we don't get in trouble.
Is it blasphemy to be agnostic?
You know what? I think there's some born-again Tyrians that would say yes.
Let's
I
not
have a feeling
let's
that
not
they would
hang
try
around
to
those
legislate
guys.
morality really heavy across wherever they could get a majority vote.
Let's not hang around them then.
No.
Okay.
I mean, Tyr can't take the will anyway. He's only got one hand. And it's a little bit, he would end up leaning just a little bit to the right with that and with me.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't have all of the, like, I'm literally sitting here and looking things up as they're talking
Look,
about
I'm
it
gonna-
because you have so much more favorite
I'm gonna go.
than I have.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, don't just treat everything as religious agnostic and acceptable of everything,
Yeah.
and it makes it so much easier because
Yeah, it's
I
more,
can't
it's
tell-
more a matter of you're throwing around names of gods that I know exist as having temples in Waterdeep, and so I'm like having to remind myself of their alignment and their like what they're actually over. Like you said, Tyr, and I'm like, which one is Tyr again?
Tyr is actually he has a right hand. He
Yeah.
just doesn't. Or no, he has a left hand. He
He
doesn't
has
have
left
his right.
hand, no right. Like I have the picture right here. Like
Okay, so there's a few. Don't worry about it because here's the deal. Give it another week and half of them will be dead. And we'll have all these second edition gods that actually were in Greyhawk come back for some reason, but that's because, you know. Let's see. Arson.
D&D 1.
Alright. Arson. No. Brandishing a weapon.
I'm not gonna brandish it.
Did you peace tie it?
I can.
Oh, do they peace tie here?
yes, there was a. Hang on,
So
I will
just
find
Yeah,
it.
we'll put a ribbon on it. We'll just tie it to the scabbard.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a leather condom to go over the top of the blade, right?
Yeah, a little sheath.
That's the word.
It's in this bag somewhere. I'm digging around in my in my bag of holding. It's like it's in here. So I use it so often. I never put the sheath back on.
I know. Just pop the foreskin back on. It'll be fine.
Erebos just goes gross.
Let's see. Okay, here's things that we might actually do. One, we are not allowed to use magic to influence anyone without their consent. We could both be guilty of that, you know it.
Yeah.
Your magic is just inflict wound with fist.
I've got some other, but mostly yeah. It does also say about my magic in here, like something about assaulting.
Alright, so, brandishing weapon. We can't do that, but we could be found guilty of it. Forgery.
I've never forged anything before, but now I kind of wanna.
Yeah, I know. Also, how much is it? It's a flogging and 10 exile for 10 summers. We kind of need to finish business here.
But after we're done, I don't care.
Yeah, littering. Okay, that one is just a dick move. Poisoning a city. Who the fuck poisons a city well?
Why does it have to be so specific about poisoning? Has
Because
it happened so
someone's
often?
someone done it.
Has it happened so often that we
100%.
gotta make
I
sure
think
that
there
they
was a
know?
guy by the name of Jackson that might have had that issue.
Yeah, he currently has that issue.
Theft. We could be found guilty of that one in the right situation. We have to. No, we've looted. You don't steal. They're dead. You've informed me of this.
There's points. There's a point there.
Treason. Well, we can't commit treason.
You can't commit treason if you're not. Well, who treason against who again?
The city.
The city.
This is crimes against the city. Vandalism. Okay, so that is something.
That's something we need to pay attention to.
Yeah, that's something.
Destruction of property.
100 gold.
things,
100 golds, and we got to repair it. Okay, that's doable.
Yeah, we can do that.
That's doable. Using magic. I love that Erebos is probably in this room watching two kids figure out exactly what they can get away
I think
with.
what the viewers need to take home from this is that if the crime only has a penalty of paying money, it's not illegal for everybody. It's illegal for the poor. It's not
Amen.
illegal for the rich. If the crime of parking in a no parking zone is just you have to pay a fine, it's not illegal for everybody. It's illegal for the poor.
Social justice brought to you by the TBA crew.
The more you know. Cast melts from minute meters. Let's see. All right, crimes against the gods: assaulting a priest. Don't punch a priest. I'm not going to punch a priest either.
Okay, roll back to brandishing weapons. Pulls out claws. Weapons?
No, that's
Okay.
not. That's.
They're not weapons. These are
Hold on.
Look.
No. Wait. Keep them out. Both hands. Prestidigitation. Pink.
I like this.
It's a nice even coat.
I like this.
Now it's decorative.
It's
I mean,
decorative.
it's only going to last an hour, but I mean, you know that spell, don't you?
Yeah, I could do this. Also, what? Put one out. It's not a weapon. It's a toothpick. Shit, I'm just.
You're
this
gonna
is
chip the paint. You're gonna chip the. Don't.
It's a tool.
It's a tool.
It's a natural.
It's a tool. Exactly. It's a tool.
All right, that'd be saying, okay, if they claim that those are weapons, then all of you is a weapon, okay? Because those claws won't kill anybody without the rest of the arm going.
So
Just-
you can't go outside because then you're always brandishing.
Keep a shirt. Just keep a shirt on.
Walking
Just keep
around
a shirt on.
flexing, slowly gesture to my crotch area. Like, yeah. Yeah. Weapons of mass
gonna
destruction
mistake that,
here, and
No
it's
one's going to
like, I
mistake
love
that
it.
dark for an actual weapon.
Weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah.
Oh!
Just inspiration to the DM. Oh man.
All right, look. Here's the
I can
easiest.
play a flirty
Here's the
bard
deal.
too.
This is how we do not get in trouble for blaspheming or doing any crimes against the god. We follow my philosophy. Don't go in a church.
Fair.
All right, crimes against citizens. This one might
We're gonna get in trouble on that one.
assaulting a citizen, flogging in 1,000 gold. It's affordable, but no. Blackmailing or intimidating a citizen, 500 gold. Okay,
I'm intimidating by just looking at me.
we're not gonna burglary. Okay, do not damage the livestock.
No, I'm not gonna. That's fine.
Murder a citizen with justification.
Without justification.
Now, there's both with justification and without justification. 90% the same thing, except for death is an option for without justification. And then we got to pay a wearer guild. Robbery. Okay, we might do that crime. That's a crime we could possibly commit just in the process of what we're going to probably do here. Because so far, nothing has gone to plan.
Yeah.
Slavery, we're definitely not fucking doing that.
No, we're not.
Because then I will get arrested for doing magic upon someone within the city limits without consent.
Yep.
Alright, and using magic to influence a citizen with that. That one's on here 4 times. This is apparently a problem.
Well, yeah.
Well, because you've got
This-
lords, officials, and nobles. You've got the city, which is like your government officials, and then you've got the citizenry, just the basic.
Can I just say that?
My child is going to town on some fucking Yahtzee right now.
Yep.
None of these are that.
So using magic to influence some without their consent is the same fine for someone of low birth and high birth. So why not just use it on the king? Like, why would you?
There's
If
no-
you're gonna
there's no-
do that to
Okay,
somebody,
look,
why
but
do
there's
ever?
no king. There's no king here. Waterdeep has the lords, and there is an open lord, and there is supposedly a double super secret, double dog dare you, hidden lord.
Okay.
Well, there's a council of.
Yeah,
But-
there's a council of lords, and then there's an
but you
open
know
lord,
what
and
I'm
then there's a
saying.
hidden lord.
I don't know the hierarchy of everything here, but
That's why you have someone who's been here.
but what I'm
Now,
what
one
I'm
time
saying
I
is
heard
that why
hidden
would
lord
you
was actually
ever
a hamster.
want to influence like a barkeep when you could be influencing one of the lords?
All right, here's the deal with that one.
Me not being the main magic user here, so I'm
All right, okay. So here's the situation. It's completely situational on when you're going to use magic against a barkeep versus a lord. One, if you're using magic against a lord, it's probably not petty for the most part. It is either revenge, get out of jail free, get free shit. No, I did not have to do. I did not do this. No, I don't have to marry your daughter. Not personal experience on that one. But also the reason you do it with the barkeep is you run up a 200 platinum bar tab, and then the bartender also enjoyed it. So you may or may be like, "Hello, good sir. You could totally put this on the tab of Mert." Just saying. There's reasons, and there's probably a reason why.
leaned over to Erebos. That's happened. The first one, maybe not, but that one happened.
I still can't get over the voice.
Yeah,
It's so
happened.
weird.
It's great. Oh man.
Just
All right.
staring at you in abject horror.
Okay, so
What?
I
That's how
will
like
say
almost every astral elf sounds.
I will say
I sound like this right now because I've hung out with dwarves for 50 years.
Good for you.
so.
Never go back.
I will say that we should definitely use magic to influence someone who is not willing or does not give us permission, if that person can get us out of the trouble that we've already gotten ourselves in. I'm okay with the
that's
idea.
legit.
It's
I'm
so
okay.
convoluted.
I'm okay with the idea of, oh no, I'm in trouble. Let's risk $1,000 fine to try to get out of this trouble and not get flogged / exiled,
Or dead.
or deaded. I don't want to get deaded. Don't
I'm not-
unalive us, please.
Anyway, so we got to. So let's see. We got a couple things here, right? One, we got to exchange money so we can actually pay for shit.
Yeah.
We have to.
Find a dude.
We got to find it. Well, I got to find a dude.
Yes, but you're not gonna go alone. Not
I
in this.
figured y'all weren't gonna go with me because you'd be like, "Oh, Phil, you're tracking us all the way over here," and then someone's gonna go.
Have
"Now,
you seen the
Fil'verl,
city?
you
And
need
have
to
you met
behave."
yourself? If you go find a dude in this city, you might not come back.
Hey. You should definitely take the muscle. You might need the muscle.
Figured, yeah, okay, yeah, makes sense.
So, we've got some errands to run.
Well, hold on. Let's break it down. I need to find a guy. But before that, we got to exchange money. 2, we're now worried because the DM is shuffling cards, so some shit's about to go down.
Def-
Kai always has his cards.
Kai's in the room with us now.
No, I'm getting my cards prepared. You dorks.
Didn't know we were talking.
I was like, we just turn around and Kai's over there like, "You won't commit a single crime, you little motherfuckers." Next thing you know, we're both standing there with those like child leashes that can pull you back. Like we both got the little monkey
It's just-
backpack with the rope.
It's been my
It's been a while.
Kai's cards haven't been cooperating lately, so I'm trying to see if they're going to cooperate today.
Yeah, so, look, so we get our money situation handled. I gotta find someone, which I think the best way to do that is, honestly, probably, just looks around. We're gonna have to visit the yawning portal.
Is that a bar?
Yes.
Okay.
You're not allowed to go down the well.
I don't like water anyway.
It
so-
doesn't have water. You're not allowed to go down the well because if we go down there, it's gonna be 5 fucking years before we get back. And the DM will literally kill both of us and we will have to roll new Waterdeepian characters.
My shop party is already running Dungeon of the Mad Mage in their tiers of Kairos, hunting a shard. Please don't make me run 2 versions of Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I will die.
It's a DM's. Okay, to be fair to everyone at home, I love Dungeon of the Mad Mage. It is a DM's module because there's so many empty bits. But if you don't want to plug and play in your own stuff into it, which is the design of it, you're not going to enjoy it. Anyway, so
Not unless someone invites me. I'm not going down. And since you're telling me no, then
so do that. And we're going to find a shard.
can we swing by an armory in the beginning? I can drop off this. I got this
Yeah, once
box of armor that doesn't fit me. You're like, can I drop this off somewhere to expand it a little bit while we're running around?
I know of one that is really far away, so you might want to ask Old Man Kai about this so that he might know one that's closer to over here.
Okay.
Like, I know Fire and Steam. They're a lovely couple. But they're all the way up on Troll Skull Alley, and that is like half a city away.
Is that near Dagon Alley?
No.
Okay. Read about that one.
Yeah, they have overpriced magic goods and they're racist to goblins there.
That's exactly what I read too.
I hear there's a wand shop that's decent.
Really? I don't know how that wand shop's still in business. Like, really. Everyone buys one wand their entire life. He sells them for, like, what? $50 a pop? How many wizards are there? How are you in business still, sir?
Oh, I bet that that's actually his hobby and not his actual business. He does that to keep, his hand off his wiener. So he has it on ones instead.
Y'all are just...
Yep. All right.
God rest John Hurt.
John Hurt.
He was the guy selling them in Harry Potter the movie.
Yeah.
He was also the voice of half of my fucking childhood.
So I'm gonna go find Kai.
Okay.
And see if he knows the
He's
place.
still down in the parlor. He's actually got like a sketch pad on his lap, and he's sketching, and it's full grayscale. There's no actual color there, and it's just a sketch, and you recognize it as your group as you were approaching like the wall of Waterdeep. He's just kind of sketching it, and you come in, and he says, "Hello, getting settled well enough?"
Yes. It's very good.
I'm having to
Many-
pick up marbles. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Somebody spilled ball bearings in the front room. Pocket sand.
I might need assistance.
Alright.
child has decided to trap my living room.
Do you actually need assistance? Shall we pause this and come back?
I think we got it.
Okay.
They got it. Okay, so
Because we would happily help.
we're like, nice drawing. And he's all like, I got lots of experience.
Yeah, many years of practice. I was able to get word out to one of the jewelers on this end of the tradeway for your currency exchange. They're expecting you whenever you're ready to head out this evening.
Excellent. One quick question. I have an errand I need to run. I figure this city should have a good bit of smiths in the area.
Yes.
I have acquired some full plate mail, full plate suit of armor, but it doesn't quite fit. It needs to be let out a little bit. Anyone you know in the area that could do that?
There are two smiths that I personally would recommend. Would depend on the quality of the work you're willing to pay for. One is Highland Durenhold. He's a former adventurer, so he understands the need of solid equipment, and he's got 30 years of experience doing what he does. However, he charges quite a lot for that experience, and you won't really get out of there without one of his add-on expansion packs or whatnot, bonuses and things like that you do end up paying for. There is another, a younger...
You keep pushing the corner.
I do that.
Sorry.
A younger gentleman, a young nobleman who's trying to make a name for himself as with one of the smith guilds, Galt Griffstone. He's definitely going to be more affordable for you. at the moment.
Griffstone.
Yes.
Okay.
So those are the two that I would recommend. I could give you directions to either one.
When you say add-ons, what exactly are we talking about here?
Durenbold will offer you engraving, silvering, enamel in color of choice, just absolutely anything he could get a few more dollars out of you.
Enhancements to the look, but not the quality.
If you want enhancement to the quality, he's going to make you pay almost twice what it's probably worth. The thing is, most of the business of Waterdeep is affectation rather than function. This is a city of nobles
Bougie.
and merchants, and the people who make those merchants and nobles' lives easier. So that's where he makes his money. But he was an adventurer. You might be able to haggle something down, but he makes his coin by providing the fancy look more than the magical durability.
Good phrasing. What was the other one's name again?
Galt Griffstone,
Griffstone.
younger member of a newly ennobled family.
Griffstone, is he dwarven or gnomish? Smurf Niblin.
Your DM did not think of that. I believe some of them are dwarfish, yes. But I think Golden may be a little more human than the others. It's got good hands for the work, though. Points
Are they soft, silky smooth?
No. Nearly charred black from all the soot. Points to a
This is your fault.
like a curtain rod over one of the windows in the parlor. That one is one of Galt's work, one of his earlier pieces. I particularly admire
The knobs are nice.
yes.
Although I'm not against paying more for better work. I'm also not a very flashy individual. And so embroideries and bejeweledness is not that's not who I am.
You're going to definitely want to probably try for Galt then.
Let's go to Golden.
So, money, armory.
Hit money, armory, talk to a dude.
Alright, yawning portal.
Yeah, to the bar. That's where we're going today.
Alright, well, I will get my bag and we will head out.
Oh, you're coming with us.
What?
You don't know where you're going in the city.
I figured he knew who we
Got
were.
a pamphlet.
Yes, but
Holds up Phil totally holds up something he has drawn himself that says Waterdeep.
It's, let me see that. It's just like this crude crayon map that he's like boxes and lines. So it's like, good drink, ladies. And I'm like,
No, there's one up here. No, there's just Troll Skull Alley.
no.
Fire and Steam. The Temple of Pain, brought to you by Nacho Man Savage, the Dwarven Wrestler Bard.
Phil, what is this? It's just a dark alley. It says, don't go there.
Right, okay, that's where my doc got kidnapped and ended up in Skull Park.
Yeah, but why can't you just say, like, what's the street's name? What if it's lit up now and it's not
Alright,
a
I'm gonna
dark
be
alley?
honest,
It's
that
all
one
dark.
don't-
It says,
okay.
don't go there.
Well, we could always go by and see. I mean, it might have that there. Anyway, some of the streets don't have name markers.
We should take him. I think he knows more about how long have you been living here? For your entire life?
Since shortly after it was founded, yes.
He was here when don't go there was totally okay to go here.
Yeah, back when... Oh, you're talking about back when the mall was still open and not janky. Got it. He's been here that long.
Yeah.
Wow. So what was it like to shop at a J. Crew?
What are arcades?
I was there when J. Crew was I Crew. Did I win? Did I get one? I think I got one.
You made me fart.
Double clip it. You gotta clip that second part of the clip so we can just... I want the sound. You made me fart to just be able to throw in anywhere.
Oh. That's her fault. You made me laugh. We gotta go get the fucking coughing.
Your bodily functions are your problem, not mine.
I had them under control until someone made the giggles unlock the sphincter.
Did you?
I was not gonna do it. I'm on a couch with someone else sitting here right next to me. You'd feel it. And when I'm over in the chair by myself, like I'm in my own little world. Very rarely does anything that happened there make it over here.
The same cannot be said for when he's sitting in this chair, because that goes everywhere.
It funneled to you directly. I am sorry. That one time.
Anyway. And we're off. Get your bag, get your satchel.
Hold on. If Grandpa's coming with us,
Mm-hmm.
does that mean we get to go to an afternoon matinee?
No.
But he gets half off.
It's not on the list. He
I
might
have
get
a
it.
box.
Huh?
He does have a. See, he has a box.
Fine. But after
Yes, after everything
after
else.
the things, because I don't want to to not be able to meet the dude or whatever.
I don't even know if we are. Okay, look, seriously.
So, this dude and
Every time I move.
Kai is kind of packing a little carpet bag type of situation, because we're gonna lean into this grandpa shit.
How many Werthers are going in there?
An adequate amount.
Yeah.
Half the bag.
Roll
Well.
Roll a
that,
D20.
Light
I
travel.
did.
That's light travel if it's only 12. How many peppermints?
12.
How many of those little strawberry candies
Roll-
you
roll-
only get in a
look,
Pepperidge farm?
Stop. You roll that D20 one more time, add all of it together, that's the total amount of hard candies in the bag.
39.
There are 39 hard candies of a varying assortment. They all taste a little bit like peppermint because they're all in one big pile. Okay?
Yeah, there's hold on. There's
You take out a
also,
Werther's and it's a little
There's
peppermint.
the one champion butterscotch. The one.
One.
Butterscotch.
Okay, but
somewhere
here's the
in
you know what else is in there? There's a small little box full of walnuts and cashews and Brazil nuts that have the cracker and the little picker tool. Because like, everybody's been to their mama's house. That was there.
No, my grandfather had the giant thing of unsalted peanuts that always tricked me as a child because I'm like, sweet peanuts, handful, in mouth, and then just hate my life.
You
Because
did the
it's
cinnamon challenge
taste-
before it was cool.
Yes, I did.
But as Kai's got his bag together and says, so the others are not.
They're napping. Tal'gor's had a. It's been a rough 2 days for Tal'gor. He rode a Sphinx, nearly died, and then nearly died, and then nearly died.
Was that 2 days?
I have no clue how time works anymore.
It's been far more than 2 days.
I don't know how time works
That was-
anymore because it's been weird. Because like, what's been like a week for us has been like nearly 2 months back on Zale.
I'd just like to say that it should be canon that Tal'gor is always with us. He's just chameleon camouflage. He's here now. You just can't see him.
Just cue predator noise.
He's right here. We're all buddy.
Just broken muffler that's actually a creature's throat.
So, just so your DM is aware of who all is actually going on the town. It's Phil,
Just-
it's Arten, it's Erebos, and
It's just
Kai?
it is the two NPCs you have
Right.
and then us because
Okay.
we will not be responsible for losing someone's character in Waterdeep because we will never get them back.
Yeah.
they just disappear into the crowd.
However, if Nate had to drop out of the campaign, that is a very convenient.
Yeah.
Anyway, get better, Nate.
Get better, Nate.
Please, we missed you.
I will say if Zhonya shows up halfway through us being in Waterdeep, we can't just retcon her to be just quiet in the background.
She was behind us the whole time, judging. So like these,
Judging so hard.
Judging so hard.
the mom energy was so dense. It was like a wall of invisibility. Because
Every time we say something that's inappropriate, we imagine that she's not there, so we don't have to deal with that. She's looking at us.
like your kids and my child.
Yes.
Yes, this is very legitimately a little boy strategy. If I don't acknowledge it, it doesn't exist.
As y'all move to the front door, Kai rubs a thumb over a pendant that he's wearing around his neck, and his whole appearance changes back to that of the blonde elven man.
Well, that's nifty. Can I get one of those?
No.
Damn.
Back to being cornhole.
Oh, yeah, Cornelius.
Ah, Cornelius. Okay.
Sorry.
Last name Zraelen. Just making sure so that we say the right thing because we don't be like Kai,
Yes.
and we can't just go Granddad because you don't look it.
Yeah, I
Yes.
could.
You look older than me.
Yeah.
It'd be really. You know what? If you did it, it probably would go over well in this neck of the woods because they would look at. Oh, it's an elf. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
And he has his big cat daddy with him.
So, you've got the box of armor.
Yep.
And your DM just wants to know: are y'all carrying any other weapons with you?
I will
Erebos
have.
is going to have just one dagger in his.
I will have the hammer
Okay.
But Phil's holster, I guess for lack of a better term, because it's not really a frog.
Yeah.
It's a snappable
Mm-hmm.
over. I mean, it looks more like something that would be on a tool belt than.
Right.
And he'll just loop a ribbon over it, like nice big bright white ribbon. Actually, even though it's awkward as hell to walk, he will shift it to be partially in front of a leg, so it's not under the coat of many patches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No concealed carry.
I'm going to have my crossbow is generally attached to my side. I'm going to keep it there, but not bolted or anything. It's just there, not
Okay.
brandishing it or anything. It just exists on my body. Or should I put that away?
You got a knife.
Kai/Cornelius kind of flicks his fingers, and a ribbon similar to what Phil's tied around his appears on it. It says, now, don't let any of the gods actually inspect it. It's not actually titled. So.
Alright, also,
Okay.
you're going to have to get used to how I'm going to be talking for the rest of the time we're in the city.
Oh, I'm fine with it.
You keep snickering.
I'm not.
He's not fine with it, and I love when he laughs.
It's shocking as hell.
It's adorable when he laughs.
Is it?
Adorable.
Is it really adorable when he laughs like that?
I want to take in the bed right now.
Oh dear.
Oh my.
George Takei voice.
I'm trying to do
Yes.
Carl Sagan,
Yes.
but I've been waiting to get that jewel out.
Oh
That
my.
jewel.
Oh, look, George Takei is not a fucking jewel and a national treasure.
He is.
He is absolutely an institution.
I was making pun jokes
Oh, I'm
about
sorry.
because you're a functioning jeweler.
You know he's gonna be in National Treasure 3, right?
But there's going to be a National Treasure 3.
Yeah.
They better hurry
Fuck,
up. 'Cause
yes,
he's
fuck,
old.
yes.
No, he's gonna be in National Treasure 3. He's the treasure that they found.
Nice.
Oh, fuck you.
Nice.
I'm actually was excited for a second.
It
that I
was great.
gonna
It was
get-
great. I got both of you. It was
Like,
awesome.
as
We've
terrible as
been-
the second movie was, I would go see another one of those with like no questions. Like, Nicolas Cage and National. Where are they going to find the Knight Templars PT Cruiser from the Fourth Crusade?
All right, we're rolling.
All
We're
right.
out.
Just like a PT Cruiser does it.
Exit the house. The door closes behind. Y'all see again the kind of silver number 13 beside the door. And as y'all move back onto
Oh shit! Sorry, I
the
gotta give him his medicine. Y'all keep going. Sorry.
as y'all head following
Child.
by back down to like the main intersection, the walls of the City of the Dead are on your left, and there's the street sign on the corner, like the far corner of Kai's building, that says Black Cat Way. He says, if ever y'all are out in the city and need to catch conveyance back 13 Black Cat Way, or if they don't quite know where that one is, I lost a specific shit.
No, it was by the graveyards, right?
Yes, but there was a very specific name of.
Said name, and when you think of it, we can add it in later.
Yeah. Damn it. I hate myself sometimes. 'Cause I know I have it written here somewhere. But yeah, so y'all head back to the main street, and Kai hails. Oh, sorry, there it is. The Hospice of Saint Laupson is the same area. I knew I had it written down somewhere.
Leaning into this table just enough to where it slowly inches away. And I'm all like, no.
Inchy. Alright. As y'all catch the carriage and pile in, Kai Cornelius gives directions to the driver to take y'all to the
Money place.
Guild Hall of Calendar Massillon. and it is going to be a bit of a ride to get back from where y'all are at by the City of the Dead back to the up toward the market space.
Okay.
As y'all were coming up before, y'all didn't actually make it all that way. If you want, you can pull up the map that I pinned the link for. But y'all basically head north in this carriage on one of the main thoroughfares on the high road. And you okay?
Vincent hit me in the nuts with
Oh.
the chair.
No. Lord help you.
Sorry. It happens. I'm sorry.
It does.
Like, I can't, for all you non-children having folks, I cannot describe to you how many times you will be sitting in your chair all happy and relaxed and just get like jumped on the nuts. And
It happens so many times and only have one.
So the carriage takes y'all back south a little ways to catch a cross street to head back to the high road before turning north again and eventually entering this oblong kind of city
Keep
center
going.
space.
It's way up there. There we go.
It should be It should be pinned. If you ever hit the pin button, it's pinned.
Yeah, you're already on it, so click it. Come on, dog. You're just as guilty as the child of doing it.
So, if you find the City of the Dead on there, and you find Samarin Street and Andamar Way,
yeah, the dead's right there.
Yeah, we're over on this side. Dog.
We're going up or down? Down.
so the carriage takes y'all back down to Selda Street to go back west to catch the high road. So that y'all aren't coming out. Like, if y'all turned onto Andamar Street and went up, y'all be coming in at like a three-way intersection at the market.
Yeah.
So the carriage actually takes y'all south and then west and then back north so that y'all enter the flow of traffic around the market
Okay.
in an easier situation. And y'all just are watching these just all of these shops and restaurants. It's like French Quarter on steroids. There's patio tables on the street. There's banners hanging in the breeze. All of the banners are greens and purples, and each of them has what is unmistakably a mimic in various forms. There's the traditional chest with its top open and the tongue out. There's some that look like little figurines. But each of these banners has a mimic on it, as kind of the mascot.
What's up with all the mimics?
Alright, that one? Actually, I don't know. Actually, I really don't. However, it's cute. I don't know how you make them. Okay, you know what? I do know how.
Why are there mimics on the banners?
It's catching.
Kai?
Each ward has its own mascot, and the trades ward likes their mimics.
Oh, that's right. Hey, by the way, you gotta be here when they have the big sporting events, because sometimes there's a guy, really beefy guy, big arms, big legs, that dresses as one and just runs around and the box goes wrong, wrong, wrong.
You all are here just in time for the summer solstice celebration. It's in 2 days.
Now, this is the one with the dragons, right?
Yes, the
Right.
effigies that are destroyed sequentially. Not my favorite, but it's fun.
I wouldn't think it would be.
Plenty of years watching them have fun with it. So
But it's better than. There's one place I went to and they had weasel stomping day.
Okay.
You'll never get that noise out of your head. A lot of squelching and whines.
I still haven't turned on my
Sounds horrible.
cityscape.
Oh, you never hear the screechy stop. It haunts you for the rest of your life. There's like a cop's right by the window. But by the way, there is a way that mimics are cute. Well, actually, two ways. One, have you ever seen a baby mimic?
No, I
They're-
can't say that I have.
They look like a copper coin. They appear like a copper, a silver, a gold coin. So here's the deal. Have you ever been in a room with a massive treasure trove? Like, more gold and silver than the eye could really see? Oh, well good, you have not ferried a baby mimic. This is how they spread it throughout the multiverse. The other way that is cute is, there's this wizard, I can't remember his name, but like he's known as like the monstrosity whisperer. I think it's Caesar something. Anyway, he bred pocket mimics. So instead of them looking, one, they don't get bigger than this, and they take the form of a jewelry box, but they're domesticated, so they follow you. They don't try to eat you.
Well, who would want to put a monster in their pocket?
Well, you can't. They call it a pocket. It's like a size thing. I mean, it's better than calling it a teacup. Anyway, it's just a really small one. You can't actually. Okay, well, you could fit it in your pockets. You got big pockets. Anyway, rich old like elven ladies have this, and they're little mimics. You can put a leash on them. They're completely domesticated, and it's like having a small bag of holding, because as long as you give them something that's not biological, they won't digest it. So literally, you have this adorable little Pomeranian that can eat shit and give it back to you. It will be sticky.
Okay. That's just a bag of holding with a lot of steps.
Yeah, but it's also adorable. It yips.
The carriage pulls up outside of one of the shops among many, and the sign over the door underneath one of these green and purple mimic banners says Massillon's fine jewelers since 1402.
Nice.
Are we okay?
Okay, so you're looking in your room. Go ahead, go ahead and pick up. Mommy's gonna be homesick.
Oh goodness.
I thought we were gonna find a ton of Mario friends on our bed because it's happened. Like we put him to bed, it's like and then I go into my room and it's every single fucking Mario tucked in immaculately. Won't make his own bed. We'll tuck in all of his friends.
Yeah.
So
He's a team player.
the carriage has pulled up outside of Massillon's fine jewelers
Your
since
son made a
1402.
support class.
And
No, that thing is a goblin bard if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, but a bard that is focused on support spells. You know, healing and whatnot.
Look, I'm just trying to
Boosting
figure
the
out by
team.
the number of friends he likes to have in his bed that I may or may not be raising a polyamorous child, and I'm not sure yet.
do
It's
not
fine.
judge. It is perfectly acceptable.
It's fine.
You'll actually know for sure if he can read 4 different books without bookmarks and remember where he is in each book and what plot lines there are. Because that was my indicator looking back.
Plot lines, no, but books, yes. We're still working on... Hey,
Can I show you
what do you want to show us?
to the Marvel 3?
Oh, Bad Guys 3?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's
cool.
not-
Hey, go read it in the other room, though, okay, dude?
Look, this is this book I have.
It's showing... He's like, now he wants to show the camera.
That's gonna be on our list as well for the book series, guys.
Yeah, the Bad Guys series is
Bad
great.
Guys series 1 through 3.
We have...
Slot them in between the Neil Gaiman books. And
We got 1 through fucking
Terry
7 at
Pratchett.
this point.
Alright, so y'all disembark from the carriage. Cornelius pays the carriageman, and the carriage pulls back into traffic, ends up stopping just a couple of buildings away to pick up more passengers. But y'all follow Cornelius into this, it is essentially a guild hall. It opens into a lobby space with a large counter, with no visible gate or doorway behind the counter. There is a very prominent set of brass scales that seems to be fused or somehow attached without bolts or mechanisms to the countertop. Standing behind the counter, writing in a ledger that is chock full of the most tiny, minuscule writing. The pages are nearly black with it. Stands a seemingly.
Before we exchanged our money.
Hmm?
We went here before we exchanged.
This
money.
is where we exchange our money.
Oh, I thought we were at the blacksmith for some
No,
reason.
no. This is Massillon's fine jewelers.
Okay.
Calendar Messalon.
Yes. And
I wrote it down.
the individual behind the counter who is scribbling away, you don't see anyone else back there. The kind of office space behind doesn't seem to be very full at this point. But he holds up one finger, finishes a line, and then lifts his head. You're face to face with a seemingly normal human individual wearing a slightly tilted green beret with a little bit of purple trim, and there's one of those like jeweler's glasses seems to be permanently affixed to his face. But he raises his head and then kind of looks at all of you and then says, "Ah, Mr. Zraylan, how can we help you today? Are these the And Cornelius says, "Yep, they need to exchange some coin." And so, however much coin y'all want to directly exchange, I'm not gonna be a bitch and make it not accurate and that you end up with any counterfeits or anything. But essentially, y'all can exchange however much you want directly for Waterdeepian nibs, shards, dragons, or suns.
Fuck you, internet.
Oh no.
It's fine. There'll just be some lag. But
Sometimes you gotta cuss at inanimate objects to get them to listen to you.
that's a dad skill.
Yeah. It's a thing.
So, coppers become nibs, silvers become shards, golds become dragons, and platinums become suns. And if y'all want to make an executive decision, Spence had the party funds at 4,445 gold.
You're the leader. I'm gonna exchange 300. Because here's the deal. I'm pretty sure when we go back to Israel, if I melt down gold coins back into some other type of ingot,
Yeah, if you melt dragons back though, I mean it's still gold.
Still the same thing.
They're basically
this place just boozy.
Your
Is there
coins
a currency exchange rate? Am I losing a percentage of my coins?
by weight. So like you're given exact weight exchange
Okay.
of, and that's why I'm saying I'm not going to be finicky and bitchy about this.
Okay.
However many coins you're giving in exchange, you're receiving that many, but they're back in specifically Waterdeepian coin.
That's fair. And we can come back here and exchange them right back.
Yes.
If we have time or have the ability to.
Look, I have in my pack back at the room. I have a kiln.
You can melt them down and
I can make ingots. They'll accept ingots.
that's
If we go back to this, look, if you hand them a 5 pound they don't do that much. If you hand them 1 pound of gold ingots, they're going to give you the right coin back then. Because if you hand anyone 1 pound of gold, they're going, oh fuck.
it's fair. Fair.
Calendar Massillon says we deal with a lot of adventurer types. They bring up, coin from out the bay, from shipwreck, or coin from underneath the yawning portal, or some shite. So
Meant that more as a stage
yeah.
whisper.
Okay. I would say, as an executive decision, we would. I was going to say a quarter of it.
Go with it. A quarter. You're the executive. Can they?
1,000,
Oh shit! Can they actually do that?
1,100 dragons out
So
of
we
the
do-
party fund.
1,100 dragons out of the party fund, and then I'll do a personal 500, and he'll do a personal 300.
Fair enough.
After the exchange, Phil's gonna look at the describe the individual that's behind the counter again.
So he's a human man. I didn't go into
Okay.
extreme physical detail, but he's a human guy, and he's just got this little green beret with purple trim that's kind of cattywampus on his head, and he's got a jeweler's glass that seems somehow permanently affixed to his face.
Good sir, I need to ask you a question.
How can I be of assistance?
I am a jeweler, and Phil's gonna open up the coat a little bit so that the tools are on display. A bit of a jeweler myself, traveler by trade with it. Do you happen to have any? I know it's hard to get by, and I know it's finicky. Electrium wire.
Reaches under the counter and pulls a whole, like a pound roll out. Sets it on the counter.
Good sir, how much is that?
It's probably going to be a little beyond your means.
Well, do tell.
a foot of it is going to run you somewhere in the realm of 10,000 dragons.
Good day. Phil's gonna turn around under his breath. That is so fucking overpriced.
Of
What
course, if you were a member of a guild, we'd be able to offer brothers discounts, but
Well, what's a brother's discount get you?
it would be far more amenable.
Yes, but we won't be here long enough for me to actually join a guild effectively. Not with the amount that dues would cost.
Indeed.
What if we got some
It is nice to see that it is there, though, because so many people hate the stuff.
It is essential for some of the more finite work that we do.
It makes beautiful inlays.
It does. It's also very important for magical chronopieces.
Watches, correct, yes.
Are you in town for the festival?
We're in town on business, and the festival just happens to be a beneficial bit of happenstance.
Lucky you. Make sure to cheer for the tradeway, yes?
I'm not quite familiar enough with it. I've only been here twice.
You're standing on tradeway.
Oh,
I believe what he's saying is that the different areas will have different teams or so.
There
Yes,
are,
like
there
the
are parades
minutes.
through each of the main streets,
Okay.
and each parade has its own champions that run through the streets ahead of ravaging mobs. As an example of how the dragons used to rampage through the streets themselves, the champions then set fire to each effigy at the end of the parades.
Okay.
Well, we will cheer for the tradeway.
We got our gold, or dragons. Sorry,
Yes.
got our dragons.
Notice that they fit between your finger and thumb so conveniently. Actually. Ow!
Do you actually have? Good God, you do. I forgot you had those. Oh.
Poor Electrum. Nobody loves it.
Nobody likes Electrum.
See?
Electrum's bullshit.
Okay.
Electrum is bullshit. That price was bullshit.
Electrum is bullshit coinage. Bullshit.
What is Electrum and why did you want it?
Okay, out of character. Electrum is the step between gold and silver.
And in the Waterdeep coin, it's a towel, a T-A-O-L, and it's a little square with a circle in it.
Hold on. I think it's, no, I got copper. You know what? I didn't even print Electrum. I got copper.
Wait, no, that's a towel. If it's got a hole in the middle, that's a towel.
Oh, then I miscolored it. And then I got a silver piece. Because silver pieces, if I recall right, are minted in a hexagon, and then you nip them.
The shards are like a beveled triangle.
Well, these are platinum right here. The three mountains. So I guess I don't have a copper piece, but this is what was advertised as a copper piece. A hexagon that has little spikes on it or stars on it.
Maybe you're.
Kind of like these. They not only fit. They kind of fit like brass knuckles used to.
So, according to the Dragon Heist book, a nib is a rhomboid. It's a little rhomboid. And the shards are beveled triangles. The towels, which are brass, apparently, are the square with the hole in the middle. The dragons are the inset squares. Suns are, they look like a sun, like a rounded, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's 8 pointed, but the points are all curved. And then there's also harbor moons, which are essentially worth 5 suns, and they're a crescent moon shape.
In any case, this is what I got off of Thingiverse years ago in 3D printed, and there's another bag of them somewhere.
Super fun. Anyway,
But no, here's the thing. It is a fun process, so you can...
Yeah, just so you can be like, money. I give him some money.
Make it hail.
So,
That stuff hurts.
as y'all are leaving Massillon's jeweler's hall, Cornelia says, so rather than lugging your box of armor around, shall we go see Master Griffstone next?
Yes, please.
Yes, we absolutely should.
Hails another carriage. Y'all get in, and let me see here. We're actually going to. I'm going to double check my maps.
It's the second the carriage door actually closes, Phil. Had this goddamn fucking bullshit in there. That was too expensive. That shit's not even worth gold water, and gold water's not that many dragons per pound.
Okay.
They were
Would it-
overcharging. I'm sorry.
But would it be possible to find someone who's in a guild who would buy it for you?
Hi, but I actually don't need it. I was just testing it. It was just actually because if it was affordable, I would have bought some, and then I would have then moved on to see what the whole cost of actually being in the guild would be, so I could have used the facility to work on my lantern. You can't have a shabby holy symbol.
Okay. I understand.
I took it personally. It's just overpriced. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I mean, you would feel the same way if someone was boasting about skills that obviously were subpar on the battlefield.
They do that all the time.
Yeah, and I've seen your eyebrow twitch.
That's fair.
All right. So the carriage comes alongside the curb. Y'all hop back in, and Cornelius gives directions down to Iron Post Street. So the carriage goes all the way around this oblong, like, city center space, passing a whole bunch of different the shops, the restaurants, the people and smells of a cityscape evening are becoming unavoidable. There's roasting meat smells, and you could smell cinnamon pies.
You were talking about smells, and I was thinking the bad side of city smells, and not the good side of city
We're
smells.
talking good food smells.
I'm over here like manure, piss.
Can we take
Death.
a brief break here, DM? Because I got a child. I need to brush his teeth and get him ready for bed.
Yes, let us do that.
All right, we'll be right back, everybody. I'm sorry.
Time for a brief break, which is not the same as break for your briefs.
Though it might also be that.
We're back.
Oh, that was quick, fast, and in a hurry there.
Well, my wife now has control of the child, so
Aha.
I won't have to run back and.
All right. So we left off with y'all were heading to Master Griffstone, a smithy that
Smithy.
your friend Cornelius / Kai has
Kynelius.
has recommended as for your armor fitting.
We boys, Smithies.
And y'all had
I'm concerned.
all the way around. The character goes all the way around the market, and then heads back along the high road, passes passes Selbit Street where y'all got onto the high road earlier, and continues down a couple of blocks. It eventually turns back toward the City of the Dead, and drops you off on a street that is labeled as Iron Post Street, and you're let out onto the sidewalk at a quaint little red brick building that honestly looks half a cottage more than a smith shop, but the sounds of iron clanging and the roaring of bellows are audible even though they're not visible at this moment. There is a rather small and very understated sign hanging over the doorway of this building that says Griffstone's Smithy, and has a little like tagline or motto underneath that says, "Do it better, do it faster, it may not be cheaper."
Better, harder, faster, more expensive.
Just staring at the side.
Are you going to go in?
It says may not. He's got a sense of humor.
It's not that part. It's just better, faster, and you could just in there.
I did
Why
say,
would you advertise that you are?
I did say he was young.
Yeah, okay.
Look, we'll work with him on workshopping the motto, and maybe he will give you a discount.
I'm never getting over that voice.
In that voice, it almost sounds like good advice. In regular voice, I'd be like, "Shut up, Phil." But in that voice, I was like, "This esteemed gentleman has a point."
Have you ever heard of crypto?
Cryptids? Yes. In any
No.
case,
Crypto. Let me put you onto this NFT.
Oh no, I got my... Okay, time out, breaking it for a second.
Okay.
I gave a test today, and it was, why did Europeans sail to the west?
No.
So, it's the age of exploration, okay, in world history, okay? You know what next chapter is? The slave trade. You know what my students are all super psyched for, and because they think my ass is going to get uncomfortable and I'm going to be staring at them? They did it. Like, Mr. Hall, you're not blinking. Because they did it. You accept history as one solid chunk, children. The good, the bad, the evil, and the slightly annoying like McDonald's. Any case. Hashtag not sponsored. Any case, so
But could be.
So is why did Europeans sail to the west? And the first one was
Spices.
spices. The correct answer. Spice, because they were going to go by water because they couldn't go by land because the Ottomans shut down the Silk Road. Next one was religion. The next one was because Columbus was trying to find a new market to sell his NFTs in.
How many people actually... Have you graded them yet?
I've graded them. It's actually digital. I do it on a program called Edge Elastic. So this is what's great, is nobody missed that question.
Okay.
Good.
But here's the fun fact. Listed in a sub-comment that they can leave. Only a few kids know that they can put comments on the test questions.
Yeah.
Mr. Hall, that's only slightly less evil than what Columbus actually did. I was like, bonus points. This kid also lost those bonus points because the other part of it was a writing question about the Protestant Reformation. Mm-hmm. And he kept talking about the prostitute Reformation being connected to the Catholic Church. And I'm like, you know what? You're wrong, but I am enjoying that Martin Luther was responsible for the prostitute revolution.
Thank you, Martin Luther.
Now, also get the number of kids to write Martin Luther, not Martin Luther King. And they're like,
Yeah.
That's why we emphasize the junior part.
That's another like
That's
another like 500 years.
Yeah.
It's a
too
good.
soon.
In my mind, it was always why we emphasized the junior part. It wasn't because he had a dad. It was more that there was already a Martin Luther.
Because his dad was also Reverend,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
was
yeah.
Reverend Martin Luther.
King.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're right.
Yeah.
But it was because there was already a Martin Luther in history that
Right.
we all already knew about,
Right.
and so we're like Martin Luther King Jr. King Jr. We gotta throw the King. We
I
gotta
won't lie.
emphasis
The,
on the
the
rights of
PowerPoint,
label.
the PowerPoint slide that came with the materials from the college did not have a picture. I added a picture of Martin Luther so that they had Mr. Hall. That's not him. Yes, Martin Luther was a fat, pudgy, balding,
Bearded.
German monk that married
Yeah.
a nun, and they're like, so he's not the dude from the civil rights movement.
No, that's Martin Luther
If he
King.
was there, he was a vampire.
Nicolas Cage is a vampire. TM.
No, Brad Pitt might be.
Brad Pitt most definitely is.
The
but so
Illuminati
Nick
is full of
Cage.
vampires.
Nick Cage exists. Nicolas Cage exists in various images
Birds
taken
aren't
from
real.
the 1800s and the 1900s.
I hate you.
Birds aren't real. 2020.
Birds aren't real.
If y'all, I will stab someone and get us banned on Twitch if anyone says anything about a flat Earth.
No.
Because nobody grabs anything for a good reason like this.
I absolutely love the Birds Aren't Real campaign. We'll get back to everything after this. Because the Birds Aren't Real idea, it all came from making fun of people who actually believe in the flat Earth stuff. And with this idea of like, you can't prove to me that birds are real. And birds aren't real. I was like, this is hilarious satire. And then some people don't know it's satire.
The birds aren't real in Bossing Say or Waterdeep.
That.
Here's
The
the
birds
here's
aren't
the
real
problem.
bosses
Here's the
say.
problem. Here's the problem I have with this whole thing. It's a joke. I know it's a joke, but the problem is there's people who don't get the joke,
Yeah.
and it becomes real. Like, why the fuck am I dealing with anti-vaxxers?
I mean, eventually they're gonna die.
Yeah, but the problem is that they allow they are the
Kill
reason
themselves out.
they are the reason that zombie viruses happen because it mutates in them, and then the Zeta way doesn't work no way.
Anti-vaxxers follow
Zeta way.
a cult that believes in falsehoods that are backed up by nothing more than conspiracy theory.
MAGA. MAGA.
Not being able to prove a negative. Like,
Anti-vaxxers
can't disprove it.
are the ones who are responsible for the resurgence of measles and polio in our modern existence.
No, I got one worse for you. They're responsible for whooping cough.
Yep, that's true.
Measles,
we
killed-
polio, and whooping cough.
Here's the thing. We killed whooping cough in our country.
Sure did.
Killed it.
Come
Mumps
on.
and measles always ended up popping up because of weird shit, but we killed
Gone
whooping
forever.
cough.
Wasn't a thing.
And it's back.
And why is that? Anti-vaxxers. Now,
Anti-vaxxers will be subject to the code legal in Waterdeep.
You know what? I say I don't have to pay $1,000 fine to get rid of them in Waterdeep.
it's a good flogging. A good flogging, some exiling.
I don't think I get flogged. You know what? I get a back
10 years
massage.
hard labor followed by 20 years exile if they still won't recant.
No, I'm
How
saying
about
if I was to use magic to
The DM makes
influence
the
someone-
rules, guys. I like the DM.
Hold on. If I was to use magic to influence an anti-vaxxer without their without consent,
I'm pretty sure one of the black cloaks, the magisters, would look the other way. In my Waterdeep, they would.
duly noted.
That's my
know,
water.
we have a new we have a new message in what? Fuck the story. Fuck the story. We are finding the Make Waterdeep grape again, people.
Plot what
Great. I
plot?
said Make Waterdeep grape again.
You did, and I'm fine with it. I was, make Waterdeep great again, people.
Plot? What
Great.
plot?
I said
Not me.
there's just a
stealing
bunch of
it.
grimaces walking around throwing Kool-Aid.
They're all cheering for their golden mane dragon during this festival, and we're all
Who is it? It's Gritty, right? Gritty is the orange thing?
yes, Gritty.
Yeah. Let's get Gritty into Waterdeep to kill all the anti-vaxxers. How about that?
Hey,
down.
look. They don't worship a gold dragon. They worship a balding hobgoblin that just painted itself gold.
That's accurate.
And its sword is huge. Never mistake that the
We've
sword is
completely
huge.
lost the plot here.
All right, no.
Y'all are
Back to we're outside. We're gonna
Y'all are
workshop
outside.
that. We're gonna workshop that title.
Grifstones.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Into Griffstones. What's up?
Into Griffstones. It very much is a functional work and living space.
Do you smell that?
There is a loft overhead where you can see like a pallet bed is made up. The main ground floor is covered with a thin layer of like really brittle like reeds that are kind of scattered about, and underneath the reeds is a layer of what appears to be like coal dust, like it kind of puffs up a little bit as you're walking in. The entire back wall is currently it's a set of like wood panel doors that are thrown open onto a back courtyard, where you can see a young half-elven individual who is currently bare-chested, leather apron from the waist down, leggings, and is currently pounding out a sheet of metal.
Is he going to take a break and get a Pepsi from a vending machine soon
Like
while all the ladies in the neighborhood
So
stare out the window?
No,
F
he's
the ladies
gonna
in the
he's gonna
neighborhood.
get on a horse
He's-
back. He's gonna get on a white horse backwards and hold up a can of Old Spice.
So
I'll do you one better.
we walk
I don't
in.
know. These are both sexy in different ways.
We walk in. See the thing. See everything.
He's not even wearing the
Look, put
protective.
your chin back up.
I was going
Look,
to say
let's
he's
see.
not even wearing the protective sleeve vest. He knows what he's doing.
But the guy doesn't even seem to notice that y'all are there. He eventually stops pounding this red hot metal and dunks it in a quench tank. Little flames flick up, and he brings it back onto the anvil and kind of tilts it around. And it's only then that he seems to notice that y'all are there, and kind of looks over and says, "Just a second," and dunks the still coated in this shimmering coat of oil, dunks it back into the fire, so it just goes up in flames, and then pulls it back out and leaves it on the anvil, kind of charred over, and comes in wiping his hands on his apron and says, "What can I do y'all for?"
You're going to let it air dry
20 gold.
or air cool?
Working on a new process.
It seems well.
It's not quite done yet. I'm waiting on the.
10 gold.
It's gonna come again.
Out of character. He asked me what he could do me for. I started yelling prices. Just
He
throw
got-
it out there.
He
10
got
gold.
He got distracted talking
5
about the
gold.
process.
Anyway, good sir, my ally here would
said-
like to know if you could
And then you
take.
said, "Come again," and I just
Would you,
stop.
if you could let out some armor for him, because it was not meant for such a beefy individual.
All right, what you got?
Box O armor. Put it onto the thing.
Kind of. Yeah, there's like a small table or something there. It's not really like a full counter or anything.
It's a bit tight.
It
All right.
does not hold all of his titties.
All right, we could have said that in a bit of a less vulgar fashion, but all right. Let me see
Agreed.
here.
Agreed.
Pulls out one of them and goes up to you and just kind of holds it up and starts checking the size. Pulls from like the back waistband of his apron like a measuring cord. It's got little knots along it, and starts taking adjustment measurements. And as he's going about this, he says, "So you need this let out. I'm assuming you're some kind of adventurers, because people don't usually show up with random bits of armor. So what kind of a price point are we talking about here?"
I need it functional. I need it good. Your sign was fine. Your sign is fine. I like the speed. I like it being done well. Weird way to advertise that you're expensive, but
I'm not that great with the marketing. The older brother wouldn't help me out with that. It's a whole thing. You got to do it yourself. You can't do it at all. So, I'll figure it out one of these days.
Did he do everything on his own?
Kinda, yeah. Kinda. I mean, our dad's the one who got the whole family, like, actually, got the ennoblement and everything, but,
where I come from, everyone moves as a group, as a pack. You can move on your own, but when you have people behind you, it's a whole lot better.
If I fail, I fail. I move back home. I figure something else out. It's
Fuck that. Don't fail.
trying not to.
There is no try, there's only don't.
If I don't, then I never do.
I'm saying don't fail.
It's an attitude thing. Either
See,
way.
this is why I work with metal, not words.
Either way.
Noted.
For this kind of work, what's the price point start at?
All it's going to take is a little bit of reshaping to actually make it fit flush to your actual body shape. Then adding in a bit of the leather fittings and buckles. I could literally have this done by tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
And we're with that 100 gold. It's really not that hard of a job if you just need it functional.
Okay. What if I needed improved and functional?
Improved in what way?
Well, you said you're gonna. When you let out metal, you thin it out.
A little bit, yeah.
You
It's
know?
not going to take much in the way of letting it out. It's more we're shaping it a little. You've got enough, like, there's enough there if we just shape it a little differently. It's not going to
You just have to
adjust
get
the
the
frame
breastplate
that
structure.
I just don't. I didn't want to compromise the structural integrity of the metal itself.
It's good metal. It's not going to compromise much. It probably won't last your whole life, but I mean, this is
I don't
something
like the
we
word
found.
much in that sentence, but could you improve it?
I could.
I'm not a flashy guy. That's why I went to you instead of old Dermhold.
Nah, yeah.
I don't care for jewelry. I don't care for embroiderment. I do care to be able to absorb the majority of the damage when we're in the midst of a fight.
He takes a lot.
I also
Yeah.
give a lot.
Alright, with the base of what I've got here to work with, the most I could do is reheat and requench it just a little bit, just to kind of seize the components back together, so that it would be a little bit refreshed. Knock out some of these, a little bit of dings and whatnot on it. Make sure that the edges are flanged properly. There's not much I could do with it as far as enchantments when it's already been through the mill. If you were in town for a while and if you'd let me take some full measurements for a complete custom set, and he walks back out to the anvil and brings the piece of the metal that he was working on. He shows it to you and he says, so what I've done here is we're working on a system of alternating the quick cool and the flash heat and slow cool. What this is doing is it's allowing the metal to be a little more flexible while still maintaining its rigidity in actual impact situations. What this means is it's a little more adaptable to a bunch of different environments. You're not going to find that it's as heavy as other stuff. It's a little lighter weight, and it's not going to be as immobile if you're in a tight spot.
That doesn't add any fragility, does it?
No, it hasn't yet, and drops it from overhead, and it lands on the...
Sorry, this is Hewitt. How long has this been air cooling?
Only as long as y'all been talking.
Hey. Fantasy. Sorry, fantasy.
Fancy.
No, if
Let
no-
me have my fantasy physics.
Oh, no. If Knox or Cannon was here, the two actual honest-to-God blacksmiths in our crew, all of a sudden, game stops, books are opening, we are now in class. They did it to me.
He also never... To be fair, Griffstone never said this was straight metal either. It might be he's working with
It could be
different
game metal. You don't know.
Could be mithril for all you know.
It's bimetal.
I don't know.
To be fair,
Polyamorous metal.
to my
Panda.
understanding, mithril does fall into the plus category.
Yeah. It does. It does. It certainly
It's a
does.
plus category.
Look, elves make it, they're in the plus category.
It's true.
So he drops it from overhead and it clangs onto the soot-covered stone, He pulls it back up and shows you where it landed, and it's not dented. It's got a little bit of that soot black on it, and he just kind of brushes it off, and it's
barely
seems
had
per-
any time to cool at all.
yeah, it's,
No, that is still hot.
yeah. I don't feel it so much anymore.
It's
So.
fascinating.
Hold on. Is he wearing
No.
Oh, there's some bullshit afoot here. There's some bullshit afoot.
Or he's just special.
No, this boy's not special. Them calluses ain't magic. This is bullshit. He's sitting here like.
So-
But he's winning those wisdom saves.
So I understand this takes more time.
Yeah, I would need to take full measurements. I need to make sure that I've got enough of this back there to actually fit you. But other than that, the actual working up of it, give me 3 days.
3 days?
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
What about the price?
500.
Could you possibly knock off a day? Possibly if we helped you with your slogan.
I don't see what that has to do with crafting a full set of plate. If you're willing for just the breastplate and maybe your
No.
the pauldrons.
It needs
Negative.
to be the whole thing for him. So
Here's the
yes,
thing.
that's fine.
How about
I was trying to haggle.
3 days is fine. You can't rush good work.
We've also got the festival we're dealing with on a couple
However.
of days from now.
The price of 500 is a little steep. What if, since you're talking about crafting an entire full thing for myself, I no longer need this. I could sell it to someone else, or I could donate it to you.
All right.
Knock it down to 350. Donate this to you. You can sell it for whatever you want.
I'll knock it down 400 since I was already going to be receiving $100 dragons for that anyway.
Done.
Fair enough.
Puts out a hand.
Shakes your hand. His hand feels very cold.
My hand feels very fuzzy.
What do you
Cold
call
hands.
this process that you use?
Mine? I don't have a name for it yet.
Well, I was just looking at your motto outside. Better, faster, but not necessarily cheaper. The last note is not fantastic unless you were to put it in the middle. For lack of a better term, the shit sandwich. You put something that seems off-putting between two good things. However, in this situation, better, possibly more expensive, faster, still doesn't flow.
So I said I'm not great with words.
No, but however, you are creating a new process here, correct?
I'll eventually have to partner with the guild, but yeah.
So,
Trying to.
How about, what if he just said, better technique, faster service. What's his last name? How do you say this?
Griffstone.
Griffstone. That's it. Don't include the price point.
well, don't even add the name because I'm sorry, your last name has the word grift.
Not grift. Griff.
Griff.
Oh,
Griffstone.
the player has been mishearing this the entire time. Like
Nope,
Griffstone.
nobody asked me for the spelling.
No, I just kept
So-
hearing Griffstone.
I knew what you were hearing, but you didn't ask for spelling.
No,
I'm
'cause I was-
playing the relationships aspect of this.
But
But better ingredients. Better.
it's not a bakery.
Just say, better process, faster service, Griffstone. It's a whole slogan. People
That
will
would
only
be,
ever
that
remember
would be
Griffstone.
very good upon a card. But on a sign, you want something that makes you stand out. So if we named your process, good sir, what deities are you associated with? Do you know Vulcan?
It's the fuck record. Vulcan. We have time to speak about our Lord and Savior
Do you have
Don't run from the Lord.
Do you have time to talk about our good Lord Vulcan? He'll ironize everything. I believe he might also be known as Hephaestus.
Yeah, I heard the name, but no, my worship belongs to Gond.
Gond.
Yeah.
Not familiar with that one personally.
He's the, Lord of all Smiths, so seems fitting.
Now, what was the base metal you worked with for this? Was
Say,
it steel? Or did you start with pig iron?
Trade secret.
I'm not asking to steal. I am asking so that we can name something.
Roll persuasion.
Come on, Phil. You gonna fuck me? You gonna fuck me, Phil? That's a 9! So yes! Ha ha!
It's trade secret because there's always somebody listening. So.
Valid. I did not think of that.
Good God, what the hell?
The only reason I thought of Hephaestus or Vulcan is you could say it was vulcanized. However, gondolized is not.
Yeah, no.
No, gondolized sounds like something is being cupped, and that is not great.
Could be.
Turn your head and gone.
You keep thinking on it. He's got some measurements to take. By the way, the inseam. Leave a little extra room. The inside of the legs.
Phil just
I
up
like
here
that
goes.
being tight.
Does it? He runs a lot.
Alright. And starts taking measures again and pulls out like a little notepad and
That whole-
starts jotting
That
down.
whole
things.
inner
Jesus,
side.
Emily.
Y'all may not know this, but Hewitt has recently adopted an elephant.
Poo. If she comes in here, I can't save you. I will
I
duck,
won't even try.
I will duck under a table
Yeah,
until I will act like it's a fucking witch in Left 4 Dead 2 and hide and leave you to your doom.
Juke is blowing her nose. I want an elephant.
So he's taking measurements and eventually gets you all squared away. Kind of kicks the box with the armor off to the side. Down payment, rest on, pick up the armor.
Yeah, we'll do half now.
I've got the box here with
Okay.
your other armor.
Okay.
You shouldn't need it here in Waterdeep. I mean, we're not a lawless
Yeah.
frontier town.
I'd rather not carry that around anyway.
And the remaining 300 dragons on pickup, and kind of scribbles his name on the bottom of the sheet and says, "You just signed there. Functions as a contract."
Unsheath my pink nail, dip it in a little bit of ink.
That'll work. And sets that on the table, and then takes the box and the one piece that he was showcasing and heads back to his forge.
Before you continue on your fine work, sir, I need to ask you to. Might you do one thing with that blade there?
A blade.
The blade he was working on initially.
It was like a sheet metal.
Oh. Would you strike it slightly with your hammer?
Pulls the hammer out of his belt loop and clangs it, and it kind of rings like crystal.
Song steel.
Ew, that I like.
Home of song steel.
Not bad.
It's new.
It's got a ring to it.
Exactly. I think it would be better than the motto you have.
I'll sleep on it, yeah? You never make decisions when you... I mean, I don't think you sleep, but you don't make decisions.
I trance, but yes, I
Thinking
get what
about
you
it.
mean.
Yeah.
Song steel, though. I like that.
Alright, so, after stone. Y'all head back out to the street, and Cornelius says, so, was the armor thing, and you did the coins thing, and you'd said something about somebody else you needed to see.
Let's go get drunk. I mean, go to a bar.
Are we
person
are we
like-
on the street or are we in the carriage?
On the street at this point, he hasn't hit the carriage yet.
I need to venture to the yawning portal to inquire upon an individual. I assume that someone in the portal will know. If not there, then I'm unsure.
Do you mind telling me the name? I mean, maybe I'd have an idea.
I'm gonna have just brushing a hand back, and I'll brush over the lantern with the inquisitive thought.
I don't think there's a problem. He's
Borrow.
Borrow?
Like
Borrow was
borrowing a
Santi.
shield.
I don't know a Borrow. I do know the name was Santi though. Last I knew, lived up in the over in the castle ward, so probably be a good idea to ask around at Yawning Portal. It's kind of the cusp between castle and dock wards.
Usually, a lot of individuals go there with knowledge, especially the instrument ones.
You're not wrong. I will. I'm gonna head back to my house. I don't really care for the portal. Tends to be a bit of a rowdy place. A little too much for these old bones. But you remember how to get back to my house, yes?
Call a carriage and go to Black Cat Lane.
There you go. Black Cat Way, though. Don't say Black Cat Lane, that'll put you out near Troll Skull. So, make sure to say way.
Yeah, written down.
2 hours later, I lost my whole notebook. I went over and went, woo, and it went, woo.
This drink is not as strong as you want it to be.
I'm just saying when we got, no, I'm just saying 2 hours later at the yawning portal.
Ah, no.
We
In
just so
character.
happened to be on the first level of the dungeon of the, pull the rope, we're
Someone
going
give
home.
me a glass, because I just found a tall's ring of water.
No, you found a tall drink of hobgoblins that are gonna kill you.
Just a whole bunch of hobgoblins.
Hey,
Hey, lads.
hey,
What are you doing down there?
hey,
Just
Hey.
Phil.
hey,
I'm gonna cast a 5th level spell.
hey, but don't do that either. But don't kill, don't.
Drunk Arten is kind of my favorite.
Let me ask you.
Just put the swords down. He's got a great idea.
Hold on.
It's gonna
Hold
be
on.
In another
baller.
reality, this happened.
Let me ask you.
This is how we
Not
all.
this reality.
This is
I
how
will
we
not
all.
allow
This is how
it.
we end up on a fucking spell jammer.
Whenever you think about killing us,
This is how y'all end up
Can
in a
you do me a
TPK because
favor?
I'm done.
and then don't. Just don't. When you think about it, and you're gonna kill us, and you pull out your swords, and you stop, and remember to not do that. To not to.
Now, here's the thing. While that's going on, Phil is consulting the rules about not using magic to change someone's mind in Waterdeep and wondering if this is technically still Waterdeep. And he's going, I'll take the 1,000.
Arten, are we justified yet? Arten!
Just the
Arten, is it
hobgoblin.
justified?
Hold on. I gotta find out if I'm about to do a crime.
Hold on,
Fireball.
wait. Destruction of property. It's too big. Magic missile instead.
Alright, so
But I don't wanna.
Cornelius hails down a couple of carriages, puts y'all in one, and says, I'll head back to the house, and if your friends are awake, I'll send them over your way. Maybe they can catch you there. And if not, if y'all would come back to the house, we'll have a picnic. for dinner.
That sounds fantastic.
Excellent. That's an excellent idea. So I'm gonna go back out of the drunk mode. My brains are like,
not there
"Oh,
yet.
We're not there.
Not there yet.
Oh my god, no, Arten has the ability to will himself drunk.
Drunk, not drunk.
The most actually no, the counter to that to make it actually not useless was you could will yourself undrunk.
It's like She-Hulk, except in the most unproductive form ever. Which is at work, so I feel like going home. And I'm drunk. I'm just drunk. I'm not capable of doing the things, boss.
It's just fired.
Okay.
He's like, you can't drive home like that. No, I'm totally sober. I'm good.
Well, then we got these TPS reports.
I'm not filed correctly. It's never filed correctly.
So, how much does it cost for a carriage, or does he hail us one?
He hails one down for y'all and pays up front to take y'all to the yawning portal.
Good.
You're on your own for the way back. But
Good, because I doubt I'd ever get a carriage to stop for me.
it's about a
With those pink nails and that physique, you're getting somebody to stop.
I was just going to say that they're racist, but yeah.
wolf.
You're fabulous. They'll stop. You're like the only one, okay, maybe 1 of 10 Leonin in this city.
Twirling my mane. Do go on.
Okay.
Plus, you're with an astral elf and the most fabulous tiefling.
So fabulous.
So fabulous. We're going to take you to a drag show. Actually, you'll probably take us to a drag show. You know where they are. But we'll enjoy
never
ourselves.
actually been here.
We'll enjoy ourselves.
Are you actually wanting to go to one?
No, let's go to the place, the portal with the well that I don't go down.
There's a few in the dock ward.
Let's go to the yawning portal.
It only takes maybe a half an hour to get across to the yawning portal. It's a little farther southwest of where y'all were. And it's as y'all alight outside, there is quite the rumpus and ruckus coming from this long, low building that kind of has like its own like courtyard situation. And off to the southeast, you can see the enormous monolithic presence of one of these statues, white marble, and it appears to be a knight with sword hilted to the ground in front of him, and doesn't appear to be, I mean, it is ridiculously tall. It's about 50 feet tall, showing above the buildings. But you get the feeling that maybe it's not fully standing. Seems to be in kind of a kneeling posture.
That one is known as Sir Tebow. He's taking a knee.
In any case, yeah, y'all are in the courtyard, in the front yard of the yawning portal, and it is it's mid-afternoon. It's not terribly late, but this place sounds like in full party swing. Windows are open, and it's just a ruckus.
There are 3 rules here.
Aside from the rules we already read.
Yes. 1. Do not insult Durnan,
Who's that?
the owner.
Alright.
Could you point him out when we walk in?
You will notice him.
Okay.
Because in a room full of people being rowdy, there is one individual that looks bored. And he's behind the bar.
Okay.
Right.
2. You will bet on anyone that goes down the well if it is announced, or you will draw negative attention.
Okay.
What do you mean bet?
Like a race.
No.
Who makes it to the bottom of the well first?
It's a Deadpool. The well goes to a place known as Under Mountain.
So, like that mountain then. But under.
There used to be a tower, I think. That's what my father told me. But there is a wizard there.
My father told me.
I will stab you in your sleep at some point. This hurts me to do.
Worth it!
That's the Mocklin way of divorce. Orville!
But there used to be a tower here, and there is a wizard. who lives deep underneath there that has a massive, inverted mountain that he calls his domain. Hallister Blackcloak. He's an asshole. People go down there to steal stuff and come back on bets. So when they go down, everyone else makes a bet. Usually they bet that the cleric will die. Most of the time they're right. But if there is a call for a bet because someone takes the lift down, you bet or you're an asshole.
So, do they just bet on how long they last? Or?
They'll bet on how long they last, and they will bet on who does not make it back.
How do I reap my winnings? They come back immediately.
No, Durnan will actually mail things to you.
I like Durnan.
Most people do. That's why I said, don't mess with Durnan.
I'm still not over the voice.
And the third thing you must understand, sometimes the toilet here is a mimic.
Okay. Are you gonna do this voice the whole time?
I have to because, and Phil's
Thank
gonna point
you.
over his shoulder to the city guard that are going
Yeah.
by.
Mm-hmm.
You act as the guard as soon as you will. I fucking hate this so much. I sound like my dad, and it's annoying.
This is going to be fun. I'm gonna see how drunk you can get and keep that up. Let's go.
You are fucking
I'm already
asmodeus.
walking in the door. Let's go.
Phil's gonna move in more slowly to make sure there is not a picture of a much younger astral elf with solid black eyes and the most dorky Dutch boy cut
Oh no!
ever. Says, do not serve drinks to. He's going to slowly peer in and make sure that is not still above the bar.
Roll perception.
Roll D100.
That's a nat 20.
There is no picture.
Fucking thank you. Hewitt's gonna actually go get some ginger ale with some shit in it right now. Fucking bullshit. Do you need anything?
Yeah.
God damn it. Why did Carl Sagan's voice have to be so goddamn Someone clip that.
I can't get over there fast enough. Hurry, 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 hurry. I don't know if you're gonna make it. I don't know if you're gonna make it.
I don't know what it takes.
It's right there.
Clip it.
I think we got it. Oh my god. Alright, so, yes, I'll actually wait for him to come back in because scene sets are a thing.
This is fun.
It's definitely, it's a change of pace.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, the only thing I planned out for Waterdeep is that y'all are here in time for that festival and where the shard is and what y'all need to do to get it. That's it. That's all I planned out. Everything else is up to y'all to figure.
I'm very intrigued about the other group that's already gone down the well to find the shard because
That's my shop group.
my brain says, oh well, then the shard has to be down the well.
I'm doing it entirely differently.
But I've yet to even pull out the compass because we have errands to run, and then I wanted to pull out the compass when we got back to the house or whatever. But since you said it, I'm like,
meta-wise, I'm telling you right now, it's not in Undermountain.
I know because you don't want to do that.
I can't. There is no earthly way
You can't. I believe in you.
There is no earthly way that I could run two different groups through Dungeon of the Mad Mage simultaneously when one group's already in Mad God's Castle and the other one would just be starting out. I cannot do it. I cannot.
I believe in you. You
No.
can do anything.
No. There is a limit to my powers, and it is that. Two different groups and two different timelines running two different versions of Dungeon. No.
Side note. I looked this up just because I was bored and we had gone off on a tangent.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this man's hands and tell me he doesn't moisturize.
It's John.
John Ham's hands.
John Soft Hands.
John Ham's hands. Look at that. Look at that hand.
We're back on John Ham's hands.
I'm just saying.
Ham hands?
We've come full circle.
I'm just saying. Look at it. Look at this man's hands. He definitely moisturizes.
Well, of course he does. You know what his original career was, don't you?
No.
Okay. So, fun facts about John Hamm, if I am not incorrect.
Are we doxing right now? We should not do that.
No. I don't. John Hamm is a stage name, by the way. And it's also open knowledge for most people. He originally was an acting coach. In fact, the lady that does the Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt,
Okay.
he taught her acting when she was in school. He also has been in a form of entertainment that is one of the oldest forms of entertainment, however captured upon video and then distributed and sold behind a beaded curtain.
Not sure why they were always beaded. Didn't make any sense.
No, but we're all old enough to remember that being in the back of the Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Or, wait,
Those
hold
were
on.
the days.
Hold on. Who's old enough to remember that being in the back of a Family Video or a Video Giant?
Was it movie Galax?
Yep.
Oh, that's an old one.
Yeah.
That's an old one. But I remember. Does anyone remember Video Giant? Had the big inflatable giant dude.
We never had Video Giant. I always lived in too poor of an area to have Video
Okay,
Giant.
who's been in Monroe long enough to remember Alfalfa Video?
No.
Okay, so Blockbuster that was over on Forsyth years ago used to be Alfalfa Video. The thing that was great about Alfalfa Video is what eventually became the original video section that was separated from everything else was the kids section. And that is where I first saw heavy metal because they went, it's a cartoon, so it's for kids. Also, Akira, Ninja Scroll, Jed farting.
Jed farting.
But no, like, I remember when all the anime was in the kids section, and then, like, eventually, I didn't watch it then. I didn't watch it back then. Thank God. Because my favorite line about the movie Akira, oh shit, son, she getting licked like a whole piece of chicken. Don't watch Ninja Scroll if you haven't, kids, because the scene I am talking about is hella inappropriate. But my friend yelling that in his bedroom while we're all sitting there watching what's about to happen, we're like, bro, what the fuck?
Did y'all seriously print some hentai? What the hell?
Okay, no. Ninja Scroll is not hentai. There is a very uncomfortable scene early on. The follow-up line to licking her like a whole piece of chicken is he popped a whole titty in his mouth.
And you're telling me this ain't hentai?
It is not hentai because there is no penetration shown, nor is there any phallus shown, nor is it...
It don't have to be.
Nope, I'm saying by the rules of what is organized as, the worst you see is a titty.
So softcore
hentai.
cartoon porn.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Okay,
use the Japanese version of this word in my head.
Let me stop. Let me just rephrase this. 1980s anime OVA coming to the U.S. I think that's enough said because this is back in the era when Japanimation. You can, starting with a low price of $19.99 per VHS tape, you can get the greatest animation to come out of Japan for the last 20 years. So, like, here's the thing. They didn't classify it, so you could get, like, Par Labor, or you could get Dirty Pair, or you could get the original Dragon Ball, slightly edited, or you could get fucking Devilman, or you could get Astro Boy, or you could get Ninja Scrolls. It's one of those where it's like, it's all a cartoon.
I think it'd be hilarious to get a big box of Astro Boy and like freaking that not quite porn stuff, and you'd be like, man, this Astro Boy was awesome. Let's watch this other one, and just like
he put a
got
whole titty
boob
in
in
his
her
mouth.
mouth. Look at that.
No, that's like the okay. To also give you this, Jubei, the main character, is always referred to as Jubei. I don't remember the main female character's name because everybody just called her Ninja Girl.
Well, that's just racist.
No, that's just sexist.
Why she gotta be a ninja?
Well, she was a ninja. It was the Koga and Iga
Because
clans
she's
fighting.
Japanese and she's gotta be a ninja.
No, it's Ninja Scroll takes place during right after the Tokugawa shogunate forms,
Whatever.
where they always end up having the Iga clan and the Koga clan fight.
All right.
It's like a trope.
All right. So we walked into the bar.
So you walk in and you're met with a. It's kind of a. There's some steps down, and most of the main floor, like there's a couple of like side doors that seem to be locked at the moment, but the main tavern floor is this rounded, like most of a circle space, and there are actually 3 floors. The lowest floor is technically 2 floors below you, and the dead center of the space is this large 20-foot across open chasm crumbling well. There is a rope and a pulley system rigged high above, and
That's what you're not allowed to go down.
That's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
85 feet to the bottom.
Come on, say that's what he said. Do it. I can't do it for myself. Come on.
The moment's gone. I'm sorry.
The moment's gone. The
I'm
moment's gone.
sorry. But let me actually.
Goodness. That
actually
hole is
pull-
huge.
That is what she said.
There you go. Just baiting him in here.
So there is
You
there is
just want to hear
actually
inappropriate comments in this voice.
there is
Yes.
actually an image
Yes.
provided in this lovely book. Basically, y'all are coming in, kind of on one of the side walls, kind of back.
Oh, I
back
love
here,
that
and
picture.
it's kind of.
That's
Can you
awesome.
find the Mercer? He's in
That's
there.
great.
You know what? I'm gonna find him later.
Mercer's in there. Arten the Cruel's in there. Honey.
That's a good photo.
Most of the C team is in there. Drist is in there.
Doesn't surprise me.
The Xanathar.
Xanathar's down here. Yeah.
Is
Multiple mind flares.
multiple mind flayers?
There's always mind flayers. I think that's an Aboleth. Hell.
Is Waldo in there?
Actually,
You know,
he
he fucking
might
might
be.
be.
If you're talking about the image from, if you're talking about the image
Dragon
from,
Heist.
from Dragon Heist,
Yeah.
Waldo might be in there. Also, Carmen Sandiego might be.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright.
But yeah, so y'all are actually coming in on it's almost like the 3rd floor, and there are steps. It's almost like this is what you're looking at as you're coming in. You do see the bar on the 1st level, kind of all the way across the well from where y'all are. And as the door opens, and y'all come inside, and the door closes behind you, the roar of sound is incredibly overwhelming. This entire space, the well, it all echoes and rebounds. It's impossible to tell who's talking to who. You're hearing 10,000 different conversations. But yeah, there's only a couple empty tables, and the bar itself, like I said, is all the way down 3rd floor. Down that way.
It would be best to go to the bar first.
Okay. Lead the way.
There's stairs. Like Phil literally points towards the stairs that go down.
Y'all wind your way through the crowd and down, and as y'all are getting toward the bottom, you hear a little chime of a bell. Seems somehow that it cuts through all the other noise, and there's a sudden drop in the volume. And then people are like, "Oi! Somebody get the pulley!" And there's a mad scramble as the bucket that's hanging near the ceiling is now lowered into the well. And Durnan, the man at the bar, is just I think there's actually pictures here. Oh yeah.
He is Liam O'Brien with friendly mutton chops.
But unfriendly face. This is Durnan.
Nice. Very nice.
He will fuck you up.
He reaches into his vest and pulls out a notepad and starts licking his thumb and flipping pages.
While that's going on, while everything's decided, Phil's gonna go, "How long? How long?"
And one of the there's a dragonborn nearby, kind of doesn't even look away from the well, but answers your question and says, "Well, it's 3 groups down there right now. One of them's been down for 2 weeks, one's been down for 3 days, and one went down an hour ago. So I'm putting my bets on the hour."
Oh, we showed up too late. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, we think it might be the body was looking a little too skinny, you know.
Phil is gonna kind of take in his own form and then look at the beefy dragonborn. I assume so.
Yeah, you would.
Is there anyone else getting ready to go down?
I don't know. You know, we try to give them a little bit of a head start. I think, kind of gestures vaguely with the tankard of beer over toward another table where you see a rather anxious, looking woman in a white, robe getup. A priest of Joaquin over there is looking a little antsy, but I think her group's wanting to go. So, maybe. I doubt she'll make it.
I know what Joaquin's symbol is, but every time I hear it, I just hear it.
Joaquin!
He just worships Joaquin, and I just expect a phoenix to be the necklace. And yes, now that you've done that, now I got Book of Life stuck in my head, and it's just fucking Channing Tatum yelling Joaquin, jumping off in the distance.
Joaquin!
Won't lie, when that movie was $5 at Walmart, we bought it and showed it to my child immediately.
Such a good movie.
I do like its clone Coco.
It's not a full clone.
It's not, but I do like Book of Life better.
I agree. And I was, like, my sisters were like, you need to watch Coco. It's not like Book of Life. I'm like, but it is. But it's not. I finally watched it. I do love both.
They're both gorgeous tellings of the afterlife.
They are. But Book of Life.
If you want to see a grown man cry, you show him Coco.
If you want to see anybody cry, Book of Life.
Coco, to this day, I've seen it a billion times. Every single time. It started playing that dang song at the end, and I was like...
Toro, I'm sorry, beats Remember Me every time.
Book of Life. Okay, the moment in Book of Life that gets someone is the dad actually telling the son he's proud of him after.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go further there because...
But also the candle flames that... Like, that, you cannot beat that.
No.
Guillermo del Toro knew what he was doing.
Now, another great moment is Grey DeLise, or Grey... I forget what her last name is now. She finally changed her acting name. Being Grandma. The entire time of Grandma. What happened to you? Cholesterol. Also, here's the deal. You give me you make a movie that has Danny Trejo in it, I will show up for that shit. Like the
I'm down for that. That's
also
he's in both, isn't he? He's in both.
I'm so much of an eldritch I'm a monster lover, and I love Shibaba. That is the best rendition of that archetype that I've ever seen. I love Shibaba.
What, you talk about Ron Perlman coming back as the epitome of dark death?
Shibaba as a character, with or without Ron Perlman's voice. I imagine him with different voices, and it still works. It's the character design of Shibaba. The imagery, not the voice so much.
Also gonna throw this out there.
I think I hear Spence.
Gonna throw this out there. I might be in trouble because I just completely forgot.
He lives!
So I'm gonna say this. I just blanked on her name. The Good Death.
Scooch.
Thanatos?
No. The good death in Book of Life.
La Muerta.
The Huerta.
La Muerte, yeah. She pretty.
She got that Morticia Adams thing going, which... Also, by the way, I'm excited about Wednesday, mostly because I'm going to watch it out of spite because everybody being mad about who's playing Gomez, and then they don't remember what Gomez fucking used to look like.
Okay, yeah, so I've been seeing a lot of things about, we love Luis Guzman, but he's not the right choice for the newest Gomez.
Okay.
We got space.
And
I'm scooching.
I think the problem is, yes, he does look like the OG, the rotund cartoon version. But I think they're more concerned that he's not going to be able to pull off the energy
No.
devoted gremlin to vampire queen.
Have you not seen Waiting?
No.
He was in Waiting. He was in Waiting, and his girlfriend in that movie, They were devoted to the point that they didn't care they got caught in the bathroom of the Applebee's while they were both on shift.
Alright.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Also, I'm going to say this. Everybody, when they think of Gomez Addams, it's the reason the 2 new animated movies didn't do as well, because that went back to the old school animated Gomez that looks sort of like the original Gomez, is that they still remember with fondness our lost Gomez. The hot Gomez of the 90s.
To be fair, that's my Gomez too.
But let's all, I'm going to do this. I'm going to raise a glass to Gomez Addams because that should be the actual relationship goal because that man worships his wife.
Sublime.
There is nothing but love. Anyway, back to the game.
All right,
So we're walking into the yawning portal.
We just walked in.
You've been walking behind us disapproving the entire time, I assume.
We decided that
Just as long as y'all didn't spend any of the gold, it's fine.
we did not. I spent my gold.
Made contracts for other things, but not.
And we
I
did
spent
transfer
my gold.
money. We
We
transfer
transferred
money.
a little bit of
Yeah.
We got some traveler's checks. We got
Okay.
traveler's
traveler's
checks.
checks. That's
We
good.
got traveler's
Traveler's
checks.
checks. Yeah, let's keep making up fun, fast words.
So what we did, Spencer, is they went and got currency exchange.
A
So
quarter of the party fund is now in dragons.
1,100 of the party fund is now in Waterdeep Dragons.
Okay.
If you wanted to transfer any of your coin, your personal funds to Waterdeep, then these are the
Conversion.
exchanges. Yeah,
Yeah, it's 1-to-1, but
Okay.
And
just names on them.
we got some armor on the way for 3 days.
Okay.
yeah.
For
Armor.
But that was my personal money.
We
So we
might
didn't worry
have
about that.
we might have also helped a kid rename his slogan.
That was just us digging around.
Yep.
Um,
We may or may not be responsible for one of the stone giants being missing. The DM's gonna look. I'm doing this for Spence's response, but the DM's over here going like, "Don't lie, bitch! Don't lie, Spence."
don't confuse Spencer, please.
I'm over here like you named it Tebow, but it didn't go missing like him from the NFL.
All of a
He
sudden,
just-
you
he
look
just
over
fucking
to you look
disappeared.
over to the side, and there's Tebow. He's getting
Alright.
drinks.
Tebow's over here just like
And stuff.
Tebow knelt down. He
But,
played a good game of football, and then
essen-
no one hired him again. Just
Essentially,
It's 'cause
they've
he's not
they've
right
decided
again.
to go and inquire about a person that Phil needs to try to find to talk to, and to do so via the yawning portal. Y'all just walked in and
Someone's coming up.
a little bell rang and it looks like somebody or some group is coming up out of the well.
Okay.
And Phil was talking to a kind of a half drunk dragonborn about
Who's
how
coming up?
which group it might be and how long they've been
are
in.
there other barkeeps aside from Durnan, or is Durnan the other one?
There's a few like wandering like waiters,
He
but
has.
he is the sole.
Durnan
bar.
is the barkeep and the proprietor. There are barmaids.
Yeah. I just wanted to buy around for the nervous group up there who are thinking about going, because I want to encourage them.
So, as soon as that bell rings, then that she would probably get out of her disapproving stupor and just like, oh, sorry about that, Arten,
Oh,
and then
Phil splits break. Oh fuck! Oh, sorry.
She's been here the whole time.
You didn't even have to get him drunk to make him drop the voice.
I've
We just had to
been-
scare him with Zhonya.
Do you not understand the power of mom voice?
I have been here the entire time. It's just that Mom, just like Mama, just Embersong had wanted me to basically exchange like half
tears, angry
of
love.
just like half of my consciousness out to go in and
Well,
visit
that's less
the
amazing.
old Embersong that she had just turned 707. That she had turned 722 today.
She's not even middle aged.
Maybe by your
Stop.
standards.
By your
Just stop.
standards.
We
but-
need to put some alcohol in that one.
I can't even live a quarter of that, a fraction of that. No.
I'm 215. Are you going to make it to that?
No. Absolutely not. I definitely won't without some kind of magical intervention.
Or
Well-
else just dragon blood, just
You know, I can help with
infusions.
that. Maybe if he stops being so disrespectful.
Who's that?
Talking to him.
Phil's
That's-
just going to think back. Oh, great. I I can at least use this voice when I'm talking to you. That is so annoying to do the other one. No, I don't think he would enjoy that. Like, eventually, like, I think if he lived that long, he'd be grumpy.
He's already grumpy. What would that be a change?
He would be.
Good point.
Phil just stops, looks off wistfully into the middle distance. That means he could get the nookie longer.
Getting the nookie longer is the whole goal. It's the whole goal.
It's the whole goal.
Like,
Selfish.
what's
Spence, we have two things that have to be made in the t-shirts. Hashtag Silky Soft Waffle House. That's up here on the screen.
boom?
No context is going to be given.
None.
And hashtag
None.
You're a nice
the other one
You're
is
sorry.
getting the nookie for longer is the goal.
When Zhonya is away,
Oh,
Arten and Fil'verl gets to play.
All I want is getting the nookie longer is the goal. I want that on everything. I want it on a hat. I want it
How
on
am
a
I
shirt.
supposed to be
I want it on a hoodie. I want it on a cup.
Because Durden ain't getting the nookie longer, so he's already mad about the situation.
I want a zip-up hoodie with getting the nookie longer so I can unzip it for a shirt that says getting the nookie longer and pull out my cup that says getting the nookie longer and so I can get the nookie longer. Oh my god.
By the way, because I got a feeling we're going to have another
Let's
search, just get the
go.
mask spray that says get the nookie longer. And we just got to have a picture of a tanuki next to it.
Let's go,
That's
son.
it. Next Thursday, blue beret, Zhonya glasses for sure to put y'all in line.
You can't show up at the very end and be expecting us to get
No, that is fine.
We are already gone.
Your
do this.
Your DM never did clarify. Do y'all have an upper time limit on tonight? Or are we okay for?
I'm
It's
okay.
okay.
I'm okay for
We gotta
now.
get this nookie longer.
I missed you, Jed.
Ugh, alright.
We are totally responsible adults with full paying jobs and shit.
We've got a family, we've got kids.
I mean,
Got that nookie longer.
But you have 3 of them.
And I got it. And I've been there. And I got that. I want a t-shirt. I'll be here all night.
I don't even know how that this would be a shirt. This is what happens whenever that you have family obligations, chat, and then you walk into a game late.
No, this is the thing. Like, you can't just have me and Hewitt together with no checks.
With
No checks.
altered beverages.
Shut up.
This was even altered.
It's barely even altered.
Look, to be fair, this would have only been made worse by Nate being sardonic in the middle of the process.
Man.
I
Okay.
don't even know. It's
So we walk in.
We were left unattended.
The dragonborn said that group might go soon,
Yeah.
but because they look a little nervous,
Yeah.
and he thinks it. Look, barmaid, let's just flag one down.
Yes, dear.
This fine gentleman here says that the group up there may be going down next.
They've been talking about it for hours. They decided to wait and see how the pickings were after the group that just went down an hour ago.
I'd like to buy him a round of courage.
Alrighty, dear. That'll just end up being a dragon and God, where are my numbers? A dragon and 5 shards. Some for
Done.
yourselves and your friends.
Do you... There are 2 drinks I would like to inquire about. The
All
first
right.
one is, do you have any Ales Bane Stout?
I do believe that Master Dernan pulled some out, yeah.
I would like 1 small... Well, how much is 1 small cask?
That's going to run you about a shard.
Just a cask? A cask is only a shard?
He's trying to get rid of it, get the new stock in.
All right, let's get
2.
Let's get it.
Which one is... What is a shard again?
shard of silver.
Shard is silver, so... Alright, so that's...
How about I give you 2 dragons and keep the rest of that as a tab open so we can get something else later.
Can do.
Done. I hate math. That'll be easy.
Also, the other thing is I need to know if you have Quint Port. It's another dwarven ale.
You know, I'll have to ask about that one. I'm not so good on all the dwarvish stuff. So I'll ask about that one for you.
We'll get what we got. And hopefully we can see them go down soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, make sure to kind of keep your ears open. I know the betting's been running hot lately.
Yes, ma'am.
And she heads off through the crowd.
Phil is then going to make his way over towards the bar near Durnan
Okay.
and put 20 dragons down and just slide them over to him without looking.
On what?
I think you know, good sir.
How long?
Not on them. Alright, Durnan, I'm trying to pay off what the fuck my father still owes you.
Looks over at you. Ah. Interest.
How much?
Toss another 5.
Christ, ah.
Don't get sloshed again, or I'll call the guard to escort you out.
I'm not the one who got... That was that. You put my picture up.
Right around
simply...
this time, I'm gonna come up to him with a hand on his shoulder. Hey, man, where are them flagons at?
Thank you, barkeep, for all your services. I would also like to add another 10 gold to possibly get something from Silvery Moon. Has anyone seen the very disheveled Kermit face?
The
No, it's the one where you see, you know, the fingers are doing this inside the puppet. Like,
yeah, the
Yeah.
that is
I can't-
Phil's fucking face.
all right, I'll send it up with Tika.
Thank you, good sir. Just looking over at Arten.
Just gonna sit down on the stool, spin around, look at the well. Like, this place seems awesome. I just feel like there's a lot of stuff going on here. It's real. Well, I don't know.
Arten, let's get a table.
Is it a good spot to sit?
No. Not when whatever comes up needs to be paid out.
Fine, fine.
That-
Let's go get a table.
What was that bell for?
Someone's coming up from the well.
At about this point, the line on the rope goes taut, and you can see there's a couple of bulky guys that are working the pulley on the second level, and they're putting their backs into it, and the rope's going up a lot slower than it did before. After a couple of minutes, the bucket eventually reaches the lip of the well, and they reach out with a hook and pull it closer, and inside the bucket is just a large bag with a few different things sticking out of it. One looks like a boot. There's kind of a low murmur that goes around the
Phil's gonna lean in.
the inn.
This is about to be fucking good.
They send the bucket back down and toss a pouch of coins up to Durnan, and he says, "You're all right, bring them up." And so they lower the bucket all the way back down, and this bag of stuff is being kind of opened up, and like all the contents are being pulled out. Everything's kind of dripping with
Gross.
blood and some brown stuff that's a little too liquidy, and there looks like spider webs on some of it.
Right. I'm gonna wager, just with y'all, 1 dragon. We're waiting on drinks and it's not there.
For one dragon for what? I'm waiting for you to finish that sentence.
I'm gonna wager 1 dragon that the bard they were talking about didn't quite make it out of an encounter with what wasn't quite a spider when he first saw it.
You can't charm a spider.
I'm not saying it was a spider. I'm saying it didn't look like one at first.
I mean, and even if you do...
Don't make it weird.
No, it's not weird because it's what he did. You know for a fact that bard tried to have sex with a spider, not knowing that he would die afterwards.
I'm gonna wager. I'll actually make it 2 gold. It wasn't a spider.
So what do you think it could
But
be?
do you think that he actually had sex with it?
Okay, one, that's not a wager. That's not safe. Then if someone starts coming by, I am going to actually say that he might have thought he saw a young drow that was attractive, that had a few too many appendages.
The barmaid comes over, has your tray of drinks. The couple of casks that you, I forget what you called them, but the couple of casks you requested,
Elsbane Stout.
they're only about this big. They're not very large. But she puts them down along with the other drinks that y'all ordered, and gets flagged over by another table. So she's like, anything else for our run?
What is the meal that you were serving today?
We got a nice bowl of brown, and I think there's going to be a little bit of roast chicken coming later.
How do you get a bowl of a color?
What?
Why is the bowl just a color?
It's brown because that's the color of the soup.
Yeah, it is literally the stock of the soup. Is there any rice?
You know, there might be, but I don't know. I'll have to check.
If there is, could I please get a bowl of brown over rice?
Absolutely, yeah. All right, let me go get them. I'll come back. And she runs off again.
Okay.
It's curry.
So, you say it's the bard
I think the bard.
is dead.
Yes.
And I'll bet to gold that it's anyone but the bard.
All right, so we're both in for one.
In for one.
Zhonya, Professor.
Yes.
I think that bag ain't just one person. What if it's two?
I'm done with that.
I am under the
But-
impression that's a safe bet.
I am agreeing with that. I agree with that completely. Which means one of them definitely isn't the
Well,
bard.
then that
Hold on. If we're raising the wager.
It's two people. Neither one of them's gone.
it is I am gonna say like it is two people for two dragons. Basically, one of them has shot itself alive, and then that the other had became spider food.
So you're saying it's two individuals.
Yes. Then
One shot himself to death and one was spider chow.
Mm-hmm.
Dysentery's no fun.
No.
That takes much longer than an hour.
It kills you on the Oregon Trail.
Well, it could be one of the groups that were
Where the
down
hell is
a lot
Oregon?
earlier.
True, that's
They did
true.
say there was one
Far,
that went down
far
3
to the
weeks
west.
ago.
Weeks ago.
To the west.
So, all right, let's do this fairly. Two people in the bag. How many in the bag?
Two.
Two people in the bag.
Two people in the bag, no bard.
Two people in the bag. One bard.
So 2 people in the bag, no bard. 2 people in the bag, 1 bard. Bard or no?
We are
The bard.
motherfuckers.
Bard.
Everyone in
Bard,
the
bard,
army
no
crew.
bard. Done and done.
So
Hey,
two
my-
dragons down.
2 dragons down.
Two dragons down.
Literally, this is the dragons. Dragons.
My first roll was a
Dragons.
natural 19. By the way.
Dragons. Everyone has 2 dragons down.
I rolled a 5 and then a nat 20, Spence. And my nat 20 was on the most useless thing.
In any case,
It really was.
at about this point, as y'all are kind of sitting back and sipping, the pulley's on its way up again, and it does eventually reach the lip of the well where everybody can kind of see. And there's a lot of people like leaning over the banisters of the raised levels to kind of look down and see. You hear groans and like "Ha ha, told you's" kind of starting to echo around the space, and a group of 3 individuals clamber out. They look like they have been through hell. Their clothes are ripped. The one is wearing a tattered cape, a little more than shreds hanging from his shoulders. They carry a 4th person with them, and they limp their way over to the bar and speak quietly to Durnan for a moment, who then makes a motion to one of the guys who's been kind of going through the bag. And this is when they pull a chalkboard out from behind the bar, and you can see
Darn it.
you can see that there's 3 like large like group headings, and there's little scribbles of names out beside each like heading. And the first one, they strike through it, and somebody says, "I can't believe they didn't make it. They've been going 3 weeks. I thought they were gonna make it." basically there's a whole bunch of just shouting and cacophony. The barmaid Tika makes her way back over and she says she sees the coins out on the table. She's like, "All right, what'd y'all bet on then?"
It was a bet amongst ourselves. We weren't here early enough to bet on the actual occurrence.
All right, you need me to clarify
Yeah.
anything?
Who came up in the bag?
Oh, there wasn't anybody in the bag. It was the stuff from their paladin.
Okay.
Okay.
Who died?
The paladin.
Paladin died?
Yeah.
How many bodies in the bag?
No bodies in the bag, just a shit.
Okay.
Okay.
One person died.
No, because we were betting bodies in bag.
Yes.
So we all lost. Therefore, I think this all goes to drinks.
You know,
However-
that sounds like a good plan to me.
The bard did not die. And you bet that the bard did die.
Hey, that's a wager amongst yourselves. I'm
I'm not arguing that I
That's
won anything. I'm
understandable.
saying that we all lost based on the first part of the bet of 2 bodies.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair. Alright, stack the coins in the middle. We'll buy drinks later. Maybe some food.
Yeah.
I did check. There is rice, but you're definitely going to want to get your order in for that real quick.
Can I get 4 orders of the brown on rice?
Sure can.
And 3 barley loaves.
Sure can.
And a wedge of cheese.
What flavour you want? We got yellow, we got white, or we got slightly blue.
White.
What?
White cheese.
My favourite's the yellow.
Both. Why not?
Well, yes, both. Both.
Both.
Right.
Will this cover it?
Absolutely.
All right,
She
then.
reaches for the coins for y'all can second guess.
If it doesn't cover it,
We're
please
just
put
gonna
it
just-
on the tab and the thing. Like, you just spent way too much money on food.
This is how you make the waitstaff like you and then get information.
Yep.
Do you not know how to tip?
We haven't actually had like a really good tavern session in a while.
I just tipped $10 at Amigos for a
Nice.
$40 tip.
Okay, 25% is not bad.
Yeah.
No. So
I tipped big anyway.
we just spent 8 gold on food.
Hey,
Yeah, I know the food literally cost us less than a silver, but who is now our favorite waitress?
That one.
Tika.
Who are
That
now her
one.
favorite clients?
Us.
Because we literally dropped a month and a half's wages on the table for brown and bread.
And cheese.
And rice. Don't forget the rice.
I'm pretty sure the rice doesn't count, and the
The
cheese
rice
is.
counts.
It's
Never
gonna,
had
We are
cheese in
not
a
at
while.
Baldur's Gate. These are not Cajuns with rice, okay?
it's gonna take her a few minutes to get your food together and make your way
That's
back.
fine.
So, if there's anything else y'all want to talk about while that happens, otherwise we'll.
I can't believe the cleric died.
So it was a
It
paladin.
was a paladin.
Sorry, the paladin died.
How does that not make sense? Who is all about self-sacrifice?
I mean,
But he's usually able to tank a whole lot better than like me, but just up in front. But he has spells that can heal.
maybe that he had used up all of his spells to try to do damage, and then that he just basically, I
I'm
don't know,
not
killed
You're
the
right.
bucket.
Those jerks love to just use all their spells on smiting and damage, and never on healing each other.
I mean that.
This isn't. I do not see the fallacy.
But
Yeah.
at the same time that I know that some paladins like to just that they like to encourage others. That there was this one paladin that had basically did some kind of ice necrotic damage. I've heard from legends.
I once knew a paladin who loved to use thunderous smite with his whip just to intimidate. Whoop-ah! Thunder! Just to mess with people.
Was
Was it
it
followed by the
that the
light?
Tangapudi?
Was it in Indiana? Son of Jones?
Yes!
Son
You
of
met the
Jones?
Son of Jones!
Son of Jones.
Good man, Son of
I had
Jones.
basically thought then that would be the Tangapudi.
You know, he's actually just a legend. There wasn't actually an Indiana Son of Jones.
Then who did I meet?
John, son of Wayne.
Damn it.
Going to tell you that the dog's name was Indiana.
I had my first autism service dog was a Jack Russell Chihuahua cross that was blonde and adorable, and I named him Indiana Jones.
I had a good friend of mine. His name was Wayne. We all called him Bud. When we all found out that his name was actually Wayne, I was like, "Where'd Bud come from?" Like, Bud was a dog's name, and no one got the joke until years later. He was so quick with it. We're like, "Why did they name you after a dog? Your parents are mean."
Why is this
I named the dog Indiana.
So, has Grog been behaving?
He's actually back at the house with Tal'gor.
He's watching Tal'gor, making sure Tal'gor doesn't get in trouble.
That makes sense.
Elsewhere, there are just all these iguana farts
That
and
you
this
know.
like goblin trying to get to the doorknob, but he's
That you know that
Grog's taking revenge by stealing all the buttons off all of Tal'gor's
But
shit.
then that you know then that they had wanted to.
there's just pouches flopping open.
We're gonna see Tal'gor next, and it's just none of his clothes attached to itself for each other.
It's just gonna be like
rags.
impossible buttons.
Okay, let's be fair. I don't think Tal'gor has a single fucking button. I think it's all stitches.
The hardest button to button.
Damn it!
I feel what's happening is Grog's trying to grab the doorknob, but there's no air conditioning and Waterdeep's pretty humid. So he's sitting there grabbing the doorknob with his little hands and they're just too wet.
Well, he's Ixalan Gabo though, so he's used to
So
humidity.
that
This is
did that
true.
y'all ever
You're furry.
so then that did y'all ever use the compass?
Not yet. We were running errands. Gonna use the compass later.
Okay.
We were handling some of the side business first because we didn't feel right to not include you.
Oh yeah, and Kai said picnic for dinner, but now we're getting brown and rice and bread and cheese, so I don't know how
Well,
that's
act
gonna work.
like we're not gonna be hungry when we get back.
That's fair enough. Yeah, we can have
Rich
Also, it's
people
like midday,
picnics
right?
always involve tiny
about 4
food.
o'clock.
But picnics
Rich people
are great.
picnics involve tiny food.
Not necessarily.
I've been to one rich people picnic. It
I
was
mean-
all beanie weenies.
Why would you make a weenie out of beans?
it was
here.
terrible.
I think the weenies are in the beans.
I mean that Fire Genasi picnic was just weird. They had this melted cheese with some spiced tomatoes from just Avernus, and then that they had basically had meatballs that they had called them elvish meatballs or something like that.
This
Did
is
they take
just
the, then they
Sunday
take the bread and then
potluck.
they dip it in the cheese with the stick?
Yes.
This is nothing but elvish potluck.
I am trying to make a joke about Rotel and Swedish meatballs.
I got the
I know, I
Rotel.
got it. That's why I'm going. If you've
I
never
went
been to a
fondue
pot,
for fun, but
if you
yeah.
went, if you've ever gone to a church potluck, somebody drops up Rotel,
3.
Yep.
There's always 3 people.
and
that
they're
make
not the
Rotel.
same.
and only
So-
one
No.
person puts meat in the rotel, which is
Yeah.
the only way to bring it to a potluck.
And then that they only use Velveeta cheese.
Queso
That's
con
it.
carne.
Also, you always run into that one person that threw olives in it, which even though I like olives, it's weird.
Straight to hell with you. Straight to hell with you.
It's
You
weird.
ruined the whole thing.
It's already salty enough. Why are you adding olives?
You drain them.
It's still
But
salty.
no,
It's all day.
look, I've had multiple types of these. The one that had olives was always weird, but not terrible.
Alright, so anyway,
Anyway.
we're getting our food, we're getting our drinks.
They're going to the special hell.
They are going to a special
The
hell.
olive hell.
You don't ruin an entire...
Oh
You
my
got a
God.
whole pot of hot cheese and
You
spices.
got a whole dip.
But my thing is that whenever it's always to the little smokies, and then they always either use either Kraft barbecue sauce or a Sweet Baby Ray's, and it's like, why?
Everybody knows.
Side note, Sweet Baby
Everybody
Ray's
knows.
is on point. That's a good barbecue sauce from a bottle.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with that one.
Everybody
But-
knows Little Smokies belong in pigs in blanket form. They
Thank
do
you.
not belong in barbecue sauce. Unless you're also going to put them in a pig in a blanket.
I will straight make myself sick on Little Smokies, no matter which form they're in. Whether wrapped in bread or covered in sauce, I will eat the entire thing.
Now, I will say this. People who put them into Rotel are
Put it in my
devils.
mouth.
Oh.
Wait, what?
I've had Rotel with Little Smokies in it one time.
You're doing too much, Karen. You're doing too much.
I have had, one more thing.
Take it
before
out of
I get
there.
Back into the
There's two
scene.
dishes.
I
No
have
silky
had
soft
that.
waffle.
I have had relatives that put Vienna sausages in his.
No silky soft waffle house for them.
They go to special hell where there's no silky soft Waffle House.
Like, okay.
Is this
Okay,
the
we're all
Charmin
in
there at Waffle House?
We're all in agreement.
No, it's
Like
John
there's
Hamm.
Rotel, there's Little Smokies. You don't mix them together. There's a plate of grapes and fruit, and then there's chicken salad. You don't mix all that shit together all the time.
You don't put cranberries. You don't put cranberries in fucking chicken salad.
Stop putting shit in shit.
Anyway, then that.
Wait,
Stop it.
Onion's fine though.
Onions fine.
Anyway, that the brown and that the brown and rice will be
Brown and
very
rice
good.
would be good.
But yeah, so sorry that they had basically stole half my consciousness.
Alright, so Tika does make her way back with y'all's meal, drops it off, and then she looks around. She says, "Right, anything else I can get for you all?
That's all good.
Refills? I mean, you got your casks there."
I've got some questions for you if you got time to answer them.
She kind of looks around real quick and then slides onto a bench. "Yeah, what you got?"
Phil's gonna lean over and very quietly. I'm currently looking for a harbor.
Alright. Which one?
Any. I'm needing a little bit of information that they might have.
Yeah, alright. I'll see what I can do. I know there's a few in here tonight, just whether or not they're busy.
Is the main bard playing tonight?
You know, maybe, but it'd probably be a lot later. You want to spend a few hours in, and
No, I'm sorry. I just know that he strums the strings.
Yeah, later though.
But if there is one here, I would appreciate it.
I'll see what I can do. I know we got a few in, but I'll see what I can do.
I'm going to slide her another 2 dragons.
You know, I'll see what I can do right now. And she takes the dragons and basically goes
Something to like her.
straight across the level that y'all are sitting on.
Does this count as using magic to influence people? Because I think enough money can be considered magic.
You know, technically that is an argument because there is a gold cost to the,
But then
component.
again, she is not unwilling.
No, however, and you're going to see for the first time, Phil's going to cock his head to the side as she's walking away, and there's a certain hip pop.
Phil?
Fil'verl.
You can both go straight to the 9 hells. Geometry is intriguing. It's the language of the cosmos.
I am a quantrish professor. I know what the hell geometry is.
She's got that stuff in all 4 of the dimensions, okay? She knows what she's talking about. Also, it's not like I didn't notice.
Same.
Looked at your flagging a little bit. But this part of you hadn't come out before.
I haven't even touched that.
It's still the same old Fil'verl. It's okay.
When have I ever made a comment like that to you in the past?
Never.
No. The worst I've done is have you wake me up while I was shitting in the woods to fight somebody and then had to do it naked.
I remember that.
They're so suspicious all the time. This is fun.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious at this point, right?
I know. They're gonna have so much fun when I'm finally free. I'll make sure of it. It's gonna be great.
Dope.
Secret
Every time you come up with that
final
voice, I keep
boss.
thinking, who the fuck is at this table?
Exactly.
And then I was like, wait, she's not at the table. She's at his table. I don't get to talk to her.
I get to
Y'all
have
are all
fun
over
like
here
this too.
while somebody's getting catfish.
All right.
Oh, this is going to suck in a little bit.
Alright.
Y'all are watching Tika. She approaches a different table, and she leans over and is speaking to a rather young individual wearing a green tunic and a purple wrap. This individual follows her. She kind of points across the room to you guys, and then this individual stands up, slings a long-stemmed lyre around from the back, and strums lightly as they're walking across.
Does he do a half prance?
No.
So it's not Chris Pines coming over.
No. A very slow kind of, almost like a slow motion waltz, and it apparently is singing as he's walking around.
It is, yes, dear.
Jane.
No.
The man they call Jane.
I'm
hate
not
and
going
love
to
you.
do this. This is not what I am here for, and I do not perform
Toss
on
a
command.
coin in the pitcher, oh bar of plenty.
Eventually makes his way all the way over to you guys, gets a slight smattering of like just polite applause, and slides into a chair, still slightly strumming, and says, "My name's Three Strings, how can I help?"
Yes, good sir. I need to inquire about an individual that might be in the castle ward.
Alright, yeah, that's my territory. What you got?
Got to find the name so I say it right.
Looking at his notes.
I don't take many, bitch.
Everything pauses.
I'm
Time
looking
stops.
for a Baro Wasanti.
You might have the name wrong, friend. I know a Barrow Wasanthi.
That might be it. Is he a mage?
I don't rightly know, actually. Can a mage be a mage if they're missing a few fingers? Aren't there, a few things you got to be able to have fingers to do?
There's other appendages that you can do for somatic components.
A whole lot of stairs. Exactly. What? We're gonna talk later about appendages you can use to do certain magical opponents. Hold up.
They're called toes, pervert.
I'm still confused. Ain't never seen no wizard go handstand and swing his toes around.
I think you might be a little drunk there, friend. You're seeing handstanding wizards.
Yeah.
No, I've seen it. Magic Missile was very inappropriate in that situation.
One would bet.
In any case, yeah, he's part of the kind of quiet life up in Castle Ward. Doesn't really get out much. Asks for a few favors every so often.
So he's a homebody?
Yeah, he stays pretty close. Doesn't get out much. You hear Rochelle saying, "Oh, he must miss me."
Phil's noting that, but not saying anything. His pride is damaged. Yeah. Phil's. So he's more reserved. Could I have just come into my talent, and I was informed that he could help me use it more effectively. So I've been seeking him for a moment. Is there any way I can get his address?
Where you staying, friend?
I'm staying over near
Black Cat Way.
Black Cat Way.
Way not lane?
Way not lane.
Alright.
Phil's just gonna... Way not lane?
Yes.
I
way,
didn't make
way
the
not lane.
Good.
reservations.
Because lane ain't so great. It's a bit scary up there.
Oh no. It's very nice where we're at.
Oh, good. Alright, yeah, I can, I'll see if he's quiet. He doesn't like unannounced visitors. But I could pay a call on him, and I could, see if he'd be willing to speak with you, and if so, we'll come visit,
If
tomorrow.
you would, I would appreciate that. However, would you tell him that it would be an absolute joy to meet him and would be met with a smile?
Sure, yeah, can do. I'm assuming that's a verbatim message.
Yes.
Can do. It's a joy to meet him, and he'd be met with a smile.
Yes.
Can do.
Thank you so much.
We'll meet you at the, said you're over Black Cat Way. That's
Not
gonna
far
be,
from the City of the Dead.
Yeah,
no.
we'll meet you by the West Gate, there by Samron. We'll meet you there by 2 o'clock if he's willing to speak with you.
I'm very grateful.
No worries, friend. Take a treat and you all right?
Fantastic.
Great. Gets up and continues on, strumming his way around the room.
You just hear this Rush just playing as soon as he leaves.
This guy's amazing.
just all of a sudden fucking Limelight starts playing.
And now here's Wonderwall.
No. I'd rather.
And then there's somehow then it is like My Chemical Romance when it goes back to its song.
I got your picture.
It's been a while, and I had here.
No, let's just go with just Shine Down. He sounds like a Shine Down type of guy. Anyway.
I am really not a fan
Look
of
at
that
his
Ace.
photograph.
I really don't like that Earth Ganassi band, Mud Vein.
I mean, what about that one we just all loved that the monks like Five Finger Fist Punch?
That sounds dirty. I'm more of a fan of that group of nobles that got together and called themselves Queen. Because they're the champions, according to themselves.
And then that another one had just bit the dust.
They did sing that after they defeated that red dragon. As they're doing that, Phil's going to take one of the Elfbane casks and just stick it in his bag of holding. And as everybody looks, it's actually a wonderful cleaning solvent.
I'm not sure I know whatever like that group of tax collectors. What do they call themselves? Shardback? What was it?
I think it was Shardback.
Yeah, Shardback.
No. That's what grandmothers listen to.
I mean,
I'm just saying, like, everyone had immediately hated them.
I mean, what about that I want to say that one bardic band who had that djinn with them by the name of, Darkness Wish or something like that?
I have personally always been a fan of the Halfling parody band Pugnacious G.
What about the I think they're a duo, and they always said that they'd walk 500 leagues. I think they were the Preachers.
Yes.
Oh, what about
I
that
would
one?
walk 500 leagues
And I would walk 500 more.
to be the one who walked 1,000 leagues. Dude, what? You don't know the rest of the song? It's
No,
amazing.
I was letting you. You have such a lovely singing
It
voice.
sounded like a solo moment.
It did. It didn't seem like you needed harmony or baritone to chime in.
Good song. Good shit. Good.
Now, I will say there is one other bard that is amazing, and he is doing his last tour.
Oh.
It is Odd Alvin. And I heard on his last tour, he's not even playing his most popular songs. He's playing the ones that people hate because he's getting a kick out of it going out on this last note because he's denying them their last joy.
That seems like Odd Alvin, honestly. He's always been a silly man.
I mean, he sang the one about Daggerford that goes on for 8 minutes straight. In the middle, he says he forgot the lyrics, so he starts over.
No, he kept making up songs about food over and over and over again. I suppose you get tired of singing that.
So, chitty chat.
Mm-hmm.
A few hours. How long do y'all want to stay here?
Yep.
Well, we finished our food. We
Okay.
finished our drinks. Okay, do we need... Okay, I gotta ask DM, do we gotta roll Constitution saving throws?
If you wish, you may. I'm not going to force it.
Nice.
Did anyone else come up? Or go down?
No.
Okay.
Neither of the above. In fact, the group with the nervous-looking cleric in white robes, they do eventually leave. There's kind of a
Boo!
not full booze, but kind of like, you'll get them next times, and kind of like, man, I wish they'd actually gone.
Boo!
Phil's gonna lean over. Would you all care to take a dip down?
No.
You told me no before we came here.
No,
Your
I have
will
heard
is
stories
staying
of
strong. Because I'll be honest, I would go down and I'd tug on the rope immediately
I
and
mean,
throw 2 coins in.
You know that there was another student, not Calvin, that his name was Kevin. Him and his group had basically went down, and then that they couldn't even like make it out of the forest. That they had like pissed off some kind of druid or something.
There's a forest down there?
There's a whole forest down the well.
Yeah,
There's
but that is
also a
what-
swamp and a river and a whole city.
Oh, F that whole noise.
Oh no,
Yeah.
there's at least 16 levels.
We don't even know how to get around this city. Why
No,
would we
that
go to
no,
other
that's
routes?
too much. And
I'm
that
against that completely.
I just don't get
There's
about half
also a
of my
chance
memory
that the
back,
dungeons
so-
connect to other dungeons that aren't even associated with it.
That seems like a bad idea.
Well, the
Yes.
thing is if you go through those, you might end up in someone's storeroom underneath their house.
It's the whole dungeonception.
Bad idea.
Yeah, that.
No, the bad
that was
idea
a
is that
good
someone
bardic
doesn't
play,
know
you know?
that behind Mama's preserves is actually a door that goes to Undermountain.
Yes, and then that Mr. Page did very, very well.
Hell, it could even be through a
Dungeonception was a
wardrobe.
great play.
Yes.
I think we ought to get out of here before somebody else tries to drag us down there.
Good
Fair
idea.
point. Fair point.
Blair
Huh?
I'm not.
scared me.
No.
Oh, do you think?
You
Do
scared
you think the rest of the party would actually do this after 3 hints that we don't need to do it?
That I am
By
already.
the way,
in
I
it.
found this
don't
coin
need to
that
go
takes us
through it
immediately
again.
to the 5th level.
You weren't even in here when we blatantly had a conversation of please don't. Please don't. It's the shard's not even in there. Don't do it. I'm telling you now, the shard's not there.
Fuck that. That's
It's not
what
even-
Alistair Blackcloak would tell us.
This isn't even a
He's
hint.
got that in his back pocket while he bowls at
This
the
is-
mini bowl.
This is the DM telling Jedediah Harris. This is not even a hint. The shard's not there. Please don't do this to me, please. And I was like,
I will.
sure, whatever.
I will TTK.
That is.
Rock's fault. Everybody dies. Like we're gonna ignore all the rules about Undermountain that say you cannot have a cave in, and literally gonna have
Reroll
a cave.
characters. Let's go.
Okay. I will not be working a football game this Saturday. The
Oh, look at you.
whole opposing team. So originally the offensive line was quarantined.
Okay.
Oh no.
Now the whole team is quarantined.
Well, I mean, what
This
do you
also
expect?
makes sense. This makes sense. They shower together. I mean, come on.
What do you expect? Like,
Now all I can think of is the scene when the Texas football team wins before they go out to the chicken ranch and best little whorehouse in Texas. And it's just a bunch of dudes walking into the shower together. I'm like, this is how COVID starts. Also, you could cue a certain website's theme song and it'd be a completely different feel for that one scene.
Oh no.
you all can leave the awning portal. There's a few people that are like, hey, come back sometime. You know, lots of drunk folks trying to be like, just kind of squinting at you and trying to be like,
This isn't
Like,
cheers and you
remember-
know it, drunk people.
remembering your faces.
Fraser's
for-
actually off to the side as you say that, going,
That increases. I
Well.
always forget about my +1 arcane focus. Shit.
But y'all make it back out to the street and y'all can hail a carriage. The carriage itself is going to be a 10 gold piece to take you all the way back to
10 gold.
10
I'll pay it.
dragons for heading back to Black Cat Way.
Just saying, that's a freaking lot.
And the sun is going down behind the mountain. The shadow is being cast across the city.
Does the mountain have friends?
No.
It's a
It is
it's the
lonely
Lonely Mountain.
It's a lone mountain with
No.
a bay and dogs.
Better than the Lonely Island.
But we're
Is
going
it-
to
That is musical.
we're gonna wrap that there. We'll come back with y'all arriving back at Kai's house next time.
Whoop, whoop. Made it.
By the way, we did stop at the Silky Soft Waffle House on the way home.
Yeah, you can't get drunk at a tavern and not stop at the Waffle House. That's
I'm gonna
cool
have
with
to
a
look
drink.
up the episode to figure out what is this because it's just.
No,
Oh.
there is no context. I'm already telling you, we have as much context as you.
Yeah, there's nothing, man.
I don't know why Waffle House got thrown in here. We weren't even talking about Waffle
You were
House.
talking about Silky Smooth Hands from John Hamm.
Yes, I was.
You wanted to catch some Silky Smooth Hands.
I'm just saying, if John Hamm wants me to stop talking about him,
Oh.
he gonna put his silky smooth hands right on me. He can put them on me.
I was just
And
halfway
stop me.
expecting that the DM
Come
just
in here and
to
stop
just
me.
use the Zhonya
If the
mom
door
voice.
gets kicked open and Madman walks the fuck in,
I
I'm
don't
out.
have John your mom voice. I can't. I don't have
Throwing it out there.
Anyway, so upcoming this Saturday.
Soft, supple hands.
God damn it, Jed.
God.
So let me do this as Phil. So on Saturday we will have the next episode of Into the Woods where we will be dealing with
Wait, Saturday or
Sunday.
Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Hold on. Sunday. The party deals with ghouls outside of a collapsed cavern / house
Yeah, it's not a cavern, man.
that's
It's a house.
partially on fire.
Is it? Did we send
Is
that
it?
far?
No.
I had a flaming sphere on
You
top of
did.
a wooden table.
You did. We might need to fix that.
Yeah. Anyway, so on Sunday we will have Into the Woods starting roughly around 3-ish, and we will have a lore building session for our bonus roundtable with Spence, Knox, myself,
Oh, yeah,
and
that's right.
I don't know who else.
That's the Arthur.
No.
No, then that's
This is-
bonus round table.
We're going to be helping Knox with lore building.
We're world building.
Sorry,
So
I had a brain fruit.
we're doing that. Then we'll be back with Lost Seas on Monday, and next week again with Tears of Kairos. I
More
will go.
Waterdeep escapades.
I will go ahead and tell you in 2-3 weeks I will not be available because we will be in Baton Rouge for a doctor's appointment.
Okay.
So other than that, this month's schedule is pretty decent. And if you can, please donate to the charity that we got ongoing till the end of
Which is
October.
now right
Our goal
here.
is $500 to raise money to fight childhood
over there.
cancer with St. Jude.
Right there.
Let's see. Also, our socials on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube. We are Team Bonus Action. If you see the Hydra that is somewhere on screen, because the one behind Neysa's head gets cut off because we had to tilt the camera
Over
down
there.
Because I'm
lower.
short.
It's below Neysa's head because it's on the screen.
Yeah, that too. If you see the Hydra, it's us. Also on Linktree, we are Team Bonus Action. On Twitter, we are at bonus_team.
Woo! You did it.
I'm gonna get y'all to stop cheering after a while and then fuck it up again, and then just so I can get these praises later.
Oh, no.
So that's what we got going on.
Phrases later.
Yeah, I sometimes need, as Lizzo said, I need somebody to pump me up.
Pump up the jam.
There's the jam. Damn it! Now I'm gonna have that stuck in my head. Plus the scene
Blast from
from
your
Pump
past.
me up.
Re-Exorcist.
I know nothing.
All right. Oh no, Repossessed. Repossessed with
cinnamon roll for.
Cinnamon rolls?
Yeah. In a minute, I'm gonna need a cinnamon roll for.
Oh, that's all.
Anyway, so thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. This will be up on YouTube in about a week or so, 2 weeks, something like that, because we got some buffer episodes from our Monster of the Week games.
Yeet.
And since Knox is not here, folks,
Don't let your meat loaf.
Good night, everybody.
You can let
comment,
your
like,
meat
subscribe, and
fall,
ring the goddamn bell.
but not low.
Silky soft Waffle House.
Silky soft meatballs.
I don't see nothing wrong
I don't see
with the
nothing.
silky smooth Waffle House. With
Wait.
the silky smooth Waffle House.
So
What was the other one that we wanted on
I
shirts?
am probably about to
Oh,
just.
gotta get